What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, the Transformer, holding it down. My boy Gino. You're on the Format Podcast, man. So welcome everybody. We're gonna get this thing rolling. Gino, how you doing, brother?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. We live,
We live, man. We is live, and guess what? We don't got Bruce tonight, y'all.
Yeah,
it's no Bruce. So it's one less Celtic on the radar, guys. It's one less Celtic on the radar. So that means it's going to be peace, love, and harmony. Hopefully, he who shall not be named don't get mentioned. So we're gonna try to keep it as PG as possible because Bruce is like the parent on the podcast. So we'll listen. But we're gonna allow you guys to come on in, get seated, grab a drink, bring your takes. Because we're about to take you all on the brainstorm real quick, man. We got some good topics lined up for us today, guys. And let's get ready to get this thing rolling. But before we do all of that, it's one thing you must do. So go ahead and peep this out real quick.
If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't.
Man, I can't tell y'all how much that like, that share, that subscribe, it goes a long way in building this channel, guys. So don't think it goes just because you're just clicking it and it's like with them Instagram likes and like, oh, it's all about the likes. No, guys, it actually pushes our content to other viewers who also like to talk sports and want to hear from a different point of view. Not just, your FS1 podcast and things of that nature. You get it from the fellas, the ones that's really in the trenches and watching it, the viewer perspective. You right? So we're gonna give y'all some time to hop in the chat. As soon as we start seeing some members in the chat, we're gonna get this thing rolling with the first topic, man. We got CD getting paid big bucks, bro. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Hey man, what you think about I know this happened like last week, but my guy RG3 being let go.
Man,
I thought he was a pretty good analyst.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I thought it was great. He brought a lot of energy to that network, man, and it didn't sit right with me, man. I feel like this was just too soon. I feel like it was undeserving. Like it feels like something missing, when it's like certain things that happen, you're like, okay, did I miss something? Like, was he doing bad, or is there something going on off media platform that's making this happen? But I didn't like it, bro. I mean, RG3, the man knows his football. I feel like they're cutting him short, just like his career was cut short due to injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like to see him as a quarterback coach for the Buffs. I like to see that.
Quarterback coach for the Buffs?
Yeah, not coach, but just like on that staff.
No, I can see that. Not
necessarily a coach, but like maybe like I don't know, some type of like a talent, freaking. And I don't know, just anything, like somebody with that level of expertise, right? And he played on a big level. He killed in college.
Mm-hmm.
He was. They talk about him being like one of the best quarterbacks. He was like the second coming. When he first came in, this guy had like Subway commercials before he took a snap.
Oh man, boy was raw.
Yeah,
he was raw.
Yeah.
He was raw.
Yeah.
And when he came to the Commanders, I'm about to say the Redskins.
Oh man, they sold the farm for him, man. They sold the farm, man. So like when you think about NFL, you see Kirk Cousins still doing it. Like that was a part of like the DNA of the football of the NFL at that time.
Yeah.
If you was a Redskins or Commanders fan, right? Like that was. You see both of them split. There was a lot of controversy and drama, and then being a Ravens fan, like what was that? What a Haloti Nada? Yeah, Haloti Nada with the dirty play, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? Ending his career. What's going on, Ed? That was man. Like a lot of my friends are like Redskins fans and such, Cowboys fans, and every time I would go around a certain person. Yeah, every time I would go around a certain person, her mom be like, "That was a dirty play." You know what I mean? I'm like all right, it was a dirty play, but they we crushed a lot of their dreams, and you know what I mean, you speed it up, and then we was able to offer him a job too, you know,
Yeah.
kind of make things right, man. So that was good to see.
I mean, you got no choice, man. Like, hey,
Yeah,
bro, man,
yeah, that was a
I,
dirty
I
play.
bad. I bad.
Yeah, and
I
then he
bad.
like popped hot allegedly.
Yeah.
Popping hot. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Edward, bro, what's going on, brother? I didn't miss you. I heard G shout you out, bro. What's going on, bro? It's just us two today, man, holding it down with G. So, I can't hold you back from G, bro. You're a Steeler, and we gonna bring up something Steeler related. If he start talking smash, man, then I can't help you on that, bro. What he's probably say is gonna be right. You know, you're looking at being at the bottom of the division, possibly. Don't be shocked about that take, Eddie.
I thought I saw rumors that my guy was going to be Russell was going to be starting quarterback.
No, I think that they confirmed
Yeah.
that. I think Mike Tomlin
Yeah.
said it.
Yep. He
Yeah.
started. So he started like it. You know, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we want to see Justin Fields on the field. Want to see Justin Fields start." And I'm like, "Man, y'all better get these 5 wins while y'all can." This is a gauntlet you got to go through to get to the postseason, man.
That schedule is ugly, bro. That
Yeah.
schedule is really, really ugly. Like I said, Russell Wilson already has a calf injury. So I mean, because you're not finna heal in 4 weeks. I don't care what you're doing. If you pulled it doing them sled pulls, like I think you're doing, or sled pushes, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, bro, that injury is not going to heal no time soon, especially now that you finna drop back more. You definitely finna have to scramble and get out of that pocket. So, you just hope he stays healthy. I do think Justin Fields will see some starting point at some point because I think it's going to get too rough. And I think if you start losing 3 games in a row, you're going to start hearing noise like, hey, man, all right, at this point, put Fields in. What could be worse? What could be worse? I mean, we expected to see Russell Wilson take over this team and at least get us about 10 or 11 wins. Mike Tomlin is not a losing franchise. I mean, a losing coach. So if they start getting that 3 dub and 3 L's in a row, oh, yeah, you're going to hear them Justin Field chants. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. You see the Steve McNair special on the Flicks?
I want to watch it. I want to watch it. You seen it?
Yeah, it was okay. I kind of glanced back and forth.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was sad, right? It was a tragedy, right? But
of course,
but it was a good. It was a good documentary. It was a good documentary.
No, I'm gonna definitely check that thing out, man. What's going on, Steve? As a Steelers fan, our QB room still sucks. Yeah, I agree, Steve. I mean, you really didn't move the needle much from what you guys did. I mean, the belief in Russell Wilson is still there. People believe that Denver was a fluke. I think we saw more of the end of his career when he was in Seattle. When he didn't have the Legion of Boom behind him, he didn't have the run game behind him. We really saw it get put on his shoulders. And to me, man, you just didn't see that same Russell Wilson. So now you're getting a Russell Wilson on his third team, who's kind of happy with where he's at in life, or so to say. So I don't see no fire in him. But you do got a Justin Fields who feels like, hey, man, I was just in the wrong spot. I was in the wrong place, wrong time. Bears quarterbacks have been trashed for the last 50 years. I was in a bad situation. Put me in this situation with some talent, a talented head coach, a team who knows how to draft receivers, a team who knows how to get a good running back, a team who knows how to protect the quarterback. I could do something with it. I think he does. Justin Fields definitely has to learn to play out of the pocket. I mean, not play out of the pocket, play from under center a little bit more. Because, I mean, every play can't be out of shotgun, man. You can't run it like that. So I do think, they're in the predicament to where it's kind of the same, but I'm not looking for much change, especially in that tough, I say again, tough division where you got the Ravens who's sitting at the top. You got the Bengals who, you got Burrow coming back. You know what I mean? You got the Browns who you're still waiting on Mr. Pleasure himself to, have some type of resurgence or whatever you want to call it. But it wouldn't be surprised.
I like how I'll say they upgraded their quarterback. They upgraded from the quarterback position from last year, definitely, right? And like everyone knows, any given Sunday, just because you look like you're gonna lose on paper, right, don't necessarily mean you're gonna lose because this is a game of backups, right? Like we're seeing a lot of backups, a lot of quarterbacks. If you was a Jets fan, last year was not your year because You knew
Oh
you was
boy,
going to the Super Bowl, right? And then
you
it
was
was like the
hurt.
first, second snap, oh man, that's it.
So,
It's over for you, bro. So like, you start to see teams just like trying to ensure their position in the playoffs, or like solidify, not only solidify, but
yeah,
put some type of insurance
try to
on
be
that.
relevant, man. I
Yeah,
mean, you was
yeah.
trying to get back into relevancy because I mean, y'all didn't have nothing but a defense.
Right.
You really didn't have nothing but a defense. You get a guy with the credentials of Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, and things of that nature. And you're like, okay, we have a defense. We got a receiver. We got a running back in Brees Hall. Come on. We just need a quarterback to make the correct plays, man. We just
And
need a
now
quarterback to make
now
correct
that I
plays.
mentioned the whole thing with um
Pickens
the,
to be a
the
stud too. I like
Steelers, right?
Pickens. I do like Pickens.
Yeah, with
Pickens
the
is nice.
Steelers, man, I look at like Atlanta, right, and their draft picks, right, after signing Cousins. You know what I mean? They made sure they got somebody in the event that because his Achilles was he hurt his Achilles, right? Yep.
Achilles,
So they just try to make sure that they have that insurance going into the postseason. And they got a rookie that can come off the bench and throw the ball around for him. So
No, absolutely. I think
yeah.
At first you look at that pick and you're like, oh my God, y'all just paid Cousins all that bread and you literally just picked a quarterback in the top 10. I think he went 7.
Yeah, 7.
I think he went 7. So you pick a quarterback at 7, like, okay, what are we doing? Like, relax. We preparing for the future, guys. We preparing for the future. Kirk Cousins coming off Achilles right now. We're rolling dice. So we're definitely going to see it, man. But all right, man, we getting some people in the chat, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping. We don't want to hold this thing too long. Let's start off with America's team. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh God. Okay, we finally got some traction on somebody finally getting paid. I'm gonna say that. CeeDee Lamb just got his contract, 4-year deal, $138 million, 38 guaranteed up front with $100 million coming behind him. How you feel about that, man? You think that contract was worth it?
Oh yeah, he's number one. He's the number one receiver. You got to pay him, right? They made him the second highest paid non-quarterback player in the league. So I mean, we knew CD was going to get paid because everybody's like, yeah, don't pay him. Just send him over here to us.
Send him over here.
Right? Show hands. Send him over here to us. And so the question I think is like, I believe everybody knew that CD was going to get paid, right? Like, even though there was a lot of misinformation being put out there by Jerry,
man, that was. I mean, you literally just said we're in no rush. It's not bothering me. We're okay. We're fine. This is life that you talk about, man. We're talking about generational wealth, $100 million, like guaranteed millions of dollars coming my way. You know what I mean? And I went up there and I put up these numbers for you. And right now, you playing with my bread. I looked at it like that. You definitely playing with my money.
And he definitely snatched the phone from Jerry. I was thinking about that viral pic at the draft when his I think that was his woman was trying to take his phone. You remember?
Oh that?
Yeah. She tried to take his phone
because he was on the phone and she had the other phone. He snatched that joint away low key and looked at her. I was like, oh yeah,
that was funny. That was funny. Yeah.
Hey man, that was a wild draft, man. What was the other receiver name? He came in with he had like a Gucci robe or something like that. He was in the living room. I believe that's the one that got arrested for the traffic violation, the crash.
What pick?
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up because I know CD went what 14 or 17. 17. I think he went 17. 7.
I want to say that this receiver ran around the same round. The one that went to the Raiders. I think he got drafted. One got drafted by the Raiders. Came out of Bama. I think he played for Bama. Chad, I think y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Help your boy out here. He got drafted, but he got in that he was that hit and run accident, I believe, about 2 years ago, and he just got sentenced.
Yeah, I think I know. Hold on, let me find him.
Yeah, but I think he showed up like he had on like a Gucci robe, like Prada, something like that. My man was just all flagged
DUI,
up,
right?
like Ruggs. Yeah, Henry Ruggs. There you go. Thank you.
He's on like 160 or something.
Yeah,
like
crazy. just zooming in. Yeah, Henry Ruggs, man. Like that draft was funny, dude. That draft was funny. I believe that draft also had the one who was it was I forget what pick it was. I believe it was a D lineman. He was at home and then the girl, I think his girlfriend was like hugging him or something like that. It was like all over him, and then the mom came and moved the girlfriend out the way.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, mom Deuce protecting. Like, nah, let's not do that. Let's not do
Yeah,
that.
it was
You're not
that was
wifey.
funny. That was funny. That was
But
real
yeah,
funny.
man. So CD got paid. What you think next? So we got Dak. Dak's still out there. He hasn't got his bread yet. You know he in camp. Like, okay, so I see what we doing. You still got to think about Micah Parsons. You got to pay him his bread next year. So like, what do you think about that?
I think he's gonna get paid. And that was the 2020 draft. 2020
2020.
draft. Yep. CD went 17th. Trying to see. But yeah, I think what I would do, because you need two quarterbacks, right? And you're a Cowboy fan, you need another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think you structure the deal. He's going to get a 4-year deal, right? And that's going, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to make him like the longest tenure quarterback in Cowboys franchise history, right?
Will it? How long? Oh, no, Romo's
I
was
believe
3.
so. Romo
Yeah, I
was
think Romo's was 3. I
he
think he
had
had a
3
3-year deal.
contracts. Romo had 3 contracts. This
No, I'm
is
saying you talking about length of the deal or length as a tenure?
tenure. Tenure.
Oh, tenure. Ooh.
Yeah. Yes, I think that put him at like what? Almost
Oh man.
he's been around for a while. They've been suffering for
Yeah.
a long time. So
Yeah, because this is what, 8th season?
yeah. And if he signed a 4-year deal, that put him at 12.
Yeah, so that'll definitely
Yeah.
make him the longest
Yeah, that's
tenure.
probably why they don't want to pay him. But at the same time, we've seen quarterbacks play 20 years,
Yeah.
get paid, so
But the thing about it, man, you about to extend this man for 4 years, and what have you had to show for it in the last 8? We can't. We won what, one playoff game?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Got
Okay.
blasted by the Green Bay Packers, the youngest team in playoff history.
Waste
You
of
know,
money.
not even lost. Like, y'all got cooked, deep fried fish, just sizzling. Like,
I just I got a lot of Cowboy fans, right? And
yeah,
you started with them being America's team, and I hear these guys. That's
you
funny.
right, Stig.
You hear these guys, all the chatter, all these. Everybody's optimistic right now that their team is going to win, except for the one kid that got on TV and they asked him, "Was the Raiders going to go? What do you think about the Raiders?" He's like, "We're not going to the Super Bowl. Like, get out of my face." So
Hey, be
everybody like
100.
feels like that their team is going to do really, really well, man. But until we get that first snap, on Sunday,
Yeah,
for us it's Thursday. It's going to be football's back, man. Like, it's back. We get to
no,
hear the
absolutely.
Cowboys, cry all year, man. Like,
Now that they don't cry during the season. They cry at the very, very end. That's when it really brings me joy, right? Because during the season, it's like, oh yeah, Super Bowl this, 13 wins, win the division, yeah, yeah, yeah. When we get in the playoffs, yeah, 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 10 Pro Bowlers, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
We saw what that got you immediately.
yeah,
First round exit, first round exit, first round exit, first round exit, second round exit, first round exit. Like, come on, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
If y'all was a scream conference championship or divisional champ or something like that, you know what I mean, some type of stepping stone to get to Super Bowl, they go straight to from 0 to 100. It's Super Bowl everything. Super Bowl anything. Should Dallas draft Shador, Travis, because they won't be able to get both. I don't want them to get Shador. Why? Because I don't want Shador to be in that limelight, man. I think you got Deion as your father. You don't need no more than that, bro. To be and now you're a Cowboy, and Jerry Jones ain't finna put up. I mean, Deion is not finna put up with what Jerry Jones mess he got going on, man. I honestly think that Deion would not try to put his son in that position. He'll probably be like, "Hey, man, son, it looks like Dallas is gonna have a high pick. It's time to start looking bad or something, or look so good as you're gonna be number one, or try to get him out of that position, man. I don't see that mix working well. What do you think?
yeah. I like to see Shador, man. I think he'll be able to handle the pressure, pause that the Cowboys franchise throw at him. Like, I think his father kind of groomed him to be that way. You know, what I like is the fact that they're starting to build the team around him. So with signing Dalvin Cook, I think today or yesterday,
Today.
yeah. So I know that they're gonna sign Dak. Like, everybody know they're gonna sign Dak, because that's really the only piece that they're missing.
Yeah.
But I do know that, like, this is a insurance style league, right? Where
Yeah.
you have to have those backup players that can get in and play day one. Do I think Shador's gonna have to sit? Yes. I
Yeah, I would
know
sit
he's
him.
gonna have to sit. And so, you sign Dak, he mentors him, and then you just let him loose. Just let him loose. After he study the playbook or what have you.
I definitely would like to have Shador sit. I mean, to me, that's how I think, man, that you get the best version of that quarterback if you have him sit for a year or two. To me, that's just my opinion. Just trying to rush these kids from collegiate football straight to the NFL because they're the top 5 pick, top 10 pick, and you're a little desperate. Like, no, man, you got Dak. Go ahead and pay Dak real quick. And like I said, prime Shador up to come up with these younger receivers, and mid-season, next season, I don't wish it upon anybody, but Dak hurts his ankle or something like that. Then you can slide Shador in there, pause. You can slide him in there, get a couple of touches, get some plays, and get him familiar with the style and the speed of the game. Because, like I said, the number one thing you hear these collegiate players say, that's the biggest change is the speed. Everything's quicker. Like, you don't got time to sit back and sit in the pocket 4 or 5 seconds and nothing like that. Like, you got 2 to 3 tops, Sneed, what's going on, my boy? What up? What up? My man Sneed, man. No Bruce today, man. So you can speak kindly about LeBron. Oh, my bad. He who shall not be named. He who shall not be named. We're gonna go with that right there. But yeah, man. So CD got his bread. So now we just waiting on Dak, to see, if they're gonna cave in this year. I don't see it happening before the start of the season. I think it's definitely probably going to be something after the season, mid-season. They're probably going to use that time to be like, all right, Dak, show us that you're worth it. Who is LeBron? The GOAT. His name is LeGoat James, if you guys didn't know. Now that Bruce is not here, I could definitely go ahead.
Whoa. What is going on, man?
LeGoat James, man.
I told him he gonna get sued. I told him he gonna get sued, man. I told him he gonna get sued, man. I called him yesterday. I said, man, you sure about this? Like, you gonna get sued, bro? Like, Louis like, all right, we're not even gonna mention LeBron this week, today, right? We're gonna talk about him, next time.
All right, that's my last time saying LeGoat's name. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take him off. I'm gonna go ahead and take him off here. It's all love. It's all love, Sneed. It's all love. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys call in. If you guys want to call in, give us a take. Any Cowboy fans in the area, please don't be crazy on this line. But the phone number is, let me get my baritone voice. Call in 904-219.
Yo, drop that joint. Drop it in the comments so people
in the comments.
Yeah,
fake goat. We're not gonna go that far, Steve.
Fake goat. Look at
8265-64. My bad. I almost gave y'all the wrong number in the chat. So go ahead and call in. We'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Call in, give us your take, guys. What you guys think about CD getting paid? You think it was worth it? I mean, he is second paid behind JJ. So, rightfully so. I mean, I don't see, no receiver in the league better than him besides Devontae Adams, but you're not going to pay Devontae Adams that amount of bread, going on 31 years old. But I think it was good. I think, you had to pay him. You got no choice. What you going to do? Let him walk for nothing? You going to put him on some type of, we lost G? Oh, there you go. So I think it was worth it, man. So we'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Tell you guys, tell us what you think.
Yeah, I don't think we got no Cowboys fans, man. I don't think they believe, actually.
Thank God.
They get quiet. Preseason, they quiet. They win like 2 or 3 games. Everybody's still hurt from last year.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's still hurt from last year, man. The Taylor Swift Super Bowl, like we all like jacked up for real, man.
Oh, Jesus. So, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah,
we
can't wait till Thursday, man. Can't wait till Thursday.
And the thing is, I think they still hurt because what Trey Lance stat line was, 5 interceptions, 2 sacks. I think he had a fumble loss, 1 touchdown, but he had like 300-400 yards.
Never.
Like, come on, Jason.
Never, ever. I'm a Ravens fan through and through, bro. Through and through.
Gee, when is a Cowboys fan quiet? When they lose?
Yeah.
In the postseason?
That's true.
In the postseason, that's when you get the Cowboy fans the quietest. During the season, boy, they're as loud as a rocket ship taking off, man.
They was quiet when they played against Detroit last year. They played against Detroit.
Yeah, that was the last second. That
was a long.
When they went for it, right?
That was a crazy game.
Yeah, that was
a pretty good one. I turned it off. Went to sleep, of course. Two bums.
Not even then. They still cry loud, man. Hey, man, this is the time. Hey, if y'all want to get some stuff off your chest about the Cowboys, I'm with it. I'm still hype off last year, man. I'm Green Bay through and through. So, That blowout was lovely to me, guys. That blowout was lovely to me. We'll give you guys about 60 more seconds. If not, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Yapping, nagging.
Speaking of the GOAT, I hear that Kobe Bryant is starting to enter the GOAT debate. Matt,
First of all,
did you see the clip about Magic?
I didn't have a debate where he wasn't in it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
To me,
You said the GOAT, and I was just thinking like maybe
yeah, he's the
that's
goat
your
of his
GOAT.
era. He's the goat of his
That's your
era.
GOAT. That's your GOAT. It's
No,
not the
no,
GOAT.
no, no. Kobe's my goat.
Okay, all right.
Kobe's my goat. You know what I mean? So I just had this conversation with Bruce earlier. I don't think that there's one true goat. That's my belief. I believe that there's a GOAT in every single era. So if you want to break it up by decades or eras, I will give you the GOAT of that era. But to me, I think the discussion just gets all over the place when you try to compare Jordan to today's players. Because the rules are different. They didn't have the 3-point line. They just invented the 3-point line. Now they can carry the hand checking rule. Okay, if we're gonna make rules and all of that a part of it, as we should, I'm not gonna disagree with it. But then we got to break it down by eras, man, because we got to be fair to the new guys. I mean, are we going to just discredit Bill Russell's 11 championships? Oh, but look who he was playing against. That era was crazy. So we could just say, well, Bill Russell was the GOAT of his era. All right, Jordan, he's the GOAT of his era. Magic, he was the GOAT of his era. Kobe, he had his era. Bron, he has his era. You know what I mean? That's how I put it together, man. What do you think?
Nah, I don't take it like that. For me, like I don't know, man. I grew up watching basketball just like everybody else. I never really had a team, so I always picked like the best players off of each team and just watch them. It was pretty much the most entertaining, right? Who was the most entertaining and fun to watch, and the most competitive player that was out there, man. It wasn't necessarily who was like traveling or who was cheating or who was like recruiting teams and team members and stuff like that. Like growing up, like I didn't see that growing up. And I'm not saying it didn't happen, but this is like on a limelight with this guy, man. And this, it to me, he loses a point for it. I'm not saying he's nice. 40,000 points is crazy work.
40,000 points is crazy.
Yeah, I just he lose points that for me.
See, Steve, here we go. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the correct answer, the only answer. Yes, of his era.
Absolutely, Michael Jordan is the greatest player to ever play the game.
Nah,
question. No question.
That's Kobe Bean.
No question.
Kobe took his craft and made it better.
No way.
Yeah,
no way, bro.
Kobe
no
took
way.
his craft and made it better,
No
man.
way.
You can't tell me no different.
Man, come on, dog. What's that purple and gold, man? Like the crazy thing is, you said like my son here, Lakers fan, the same thing, man. Like we argue all day long about Michael and Kobe. Like it ain't LeBron. Like everybody know it ain't LeBron, and that's that's this era right now, right? Like he just Kobe is his guy, man. So you gotta respect that. You gotta respect it. Yeah, you gotta respect that because Kobe is definitely serious, man. Yeah.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, I think that's it with that topic, bro. I think we can move to the next one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No calls in. We're gonna move on to the next topic. All right, NFL 53-man roster has just been solidified. A lot of drops, a lot of cuts, a lot of practice squad signings and drops and things like that. So we got a lot of movement going on. We had some big key changes in the NFL in the last couple of days when it comes to backups. Cowboys signing Dalvin Cook. Still his name in there, QB1. There was a little controversy on who was going to be the QB1 starting the season. You had it right. You said Russell Wilson was going to be that guy. I still think Justin Fields is going to get his tick at the leading the helm and stuff like that. What's the biggest moves as you've seen thus far with the 53-man roster being solidified?
Dalvin Cook to the Dallas Cowboys. I thought that was extremely big. Because they need a running back. Like I think they was trying to get Zeke on the team. Like they need a running back.
Zeke is there.
Yeah, he's still there. Okay.
Yeah, Zeke is there. They brought Zeke back.
Yeah, I mean we got a chance to kind of assess Dalvin Cook last year towards the end of the season. We got him for like a Lunchable and like a 6-pack, and but really next to nothing, right? From the Jets, and so I thought that was a pretty good pickup, and I thought we was gonna keep him and sign him on, especially when I start seeing like us trading everybody to was that the Chargers? Yeah, trading everybody to the Chargers. That really, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep him. We get to see him running. Then King Henry came. He showed up, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Oh,
Y'all definitely did. Y'all definitely did send all your running backs to LA.
yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
pretty good, man. I heard the Chiefs was making some moves too.
Yeah, they signed the running back from the Broncos.
Okay.
I think he played for the Broncos. Perrine.
Yeah.
I won't say he played for the Broncos, but yeah, they signed him up. They got him to back up. What's his name? Pacheco. Got him backing up Pacheco. I think that's a very good move for them. Hey, Kansas City, they're not playing no games. They want this 3-peat. That's for sure. Kansas City definitely wants this 3-peat. They drafted the right pieces to put together. They're making the correct signings. They dropped, the biggest drop in the drop in receiver that they had at Kadarius Toney. They dropped him. I think they dropped Justin Ross, but they still got plenty of receivers. You still got Marquise Brown. My bad. Hollywood Brown. There you go.
Hollywood, yeah.
Hollywood Brown. You still got the rookie, flying out from Texas. You got Travis Kelce. So you still got Sky Moore's over there. So, I mean, you still got pieces. And then the most important piece is Patrick Mahomes. You get Patrick Mahomes, and you can put me out there. I could probably give you about 500 yards. You know what I mean? On a good day. Let's keep it PG.
That's
keep
funny.
it PG.
That's funny. 500 yards in one game?
500? No. In a season. 500 yards a game? No,
man, 500 yards gonna get you cut, bro.
Like 500 yards in a season?
They still gonna cut you, bro.
As your fourth string? Transformer, AJ Dillon being out for the season. Would you like Frank Green Bay to pick up Frank Gore Jr.? No. I don't think I want Frank Gore Jr. I just need another bruiser. Give me another bruiser to put in there behind my boy Jacobs. I honestly when I saw AJ Dillon was out for the season yesterday, my first thought was Dalvin Cook, and then Cowboys took him off the market. So I don't know. I'm a scout the earth and see what options we have out there, but we just need a solid backup because we also our rookie got injured as well. So I don't think he's going to be at the start of the season. So right now we're a little bit depleted at running back already. So I'm a little upset about it. I'm a little hurt by it. I mean, it was freak injury. I believe it's something to do with his neck. A hit he probably took or a tackle or something like that. But we're gonna have to find that backup, man. Who's realistically beating KC? Ravens?
The Chargers.
The Chargers?
The Chargers.
You think the Chargers can put them out?
They're in the same division, right?
Yeah.
They gotta see them every day. So from now on, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see the brother Jim start to build his team to beat Kansas City, and they play each other twice every year. So that's gonna be fun to watch. They're gonna definitely get a couple sleepers. So they look just like us from last year, man. They look just like us, almost.
Yeah.
The running back core look just like us. So.
Okay, Steve, what do you think realistically? Who can beat Kansas City, like in an actual playoff game, not regular season? We figured what you were talking about. I mean, you can beat Kansas City in the regular season all you want.
Yeah,
it's the postseason where Patrick Mahomes is really gonna put that heat on you.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna put that heat on you. So, but realistically, I got Ravens. I'm gonna say the Ravens. I do like that 1-2 punch, man. I think you add Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. That's lightning and thunder. As soon as I saw that signing, the first thing I thought was lightning and thunder. That's crazy because you literally are filling the hole that you needed last year to beat him. Like you stopped running the ball. I mean, Derrick Henry, you got no choice. You can run that ball. Whether it's the third quarter, fourth quarter, you need a big drive. I think you can put Derrick Henry in there. Get a couple of touches, and then at that point, you open up the lanes for Lamar Jackson to get out of the pocket. Now you got to load the box. So now you're going to get a lot of one-on-ones on the edges. So, I definitely think that if this is the opportunity the Ravens are looking for, this is going to be the season. I definitely think it's going to be the season.
I look at the game last year, outside of the really bad no calls, right? Although KC did a really good job of like shrinking the field, they kind of own time of possession. And once you down, like once the Ravens get down to a team like the Chargers, they're gonna try to unload the playbook instead of like playing playing to their strengths, right? Like everybody know, you play to your strengths. Run the ball to open up the goddamn pass. Not, we just gonna pass. We just gonna throw out, shoot ourselves out the game, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm like, but when has Lamar ever shown you that he's gonna win the game just off of pure passing?
I mean,
Run the ball.
He didn't put up 5 touchdown games.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, take over the entire second half against Kansas City. We're just gonna throw the ball for the whole half.
I don't know what that was, but
yeah, like that was bizarre to me.
That was weird. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, Steve.
G knows as long as Taylor Swift.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Look at it. Taylor Swift is not the reason Kansas City is winning these games.
I'll say this again, man.
It's the same guy that's there.
When y'all go to these games, man, I want y'all to look around when the Taylor Swift song play. All right, I want you to look around. I want y'all to look around, man. And they go crazy in there when that lady stopped to sing, man.
That's because the women finally got something to dance to, bro. Yeah, it's women in the crowd. Was it Shake It Off or whatever song that she got out there? They play that. Them women electrify that crowd, man. They got louder voices to scream and stuff like that.
That's right.
But that ain't the real reason why y'all lost that game. It was this guy. He has a Head and Shoulders commercial that pops on after every commercial break during the NFL season. His name is Patrick Mahomes. Okay. That's who beat y'all. That's who beat y'all. And then of course, your receiver,
the tight end. Yeah, we lost to them too. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah, that's bad, man. That's bad. That's bad. Other than that,
we got them Thursday though. So we got them. They got to come see us on Thursday. So
I definitely think you can beat them.
Thursday.
Yeah, I definitely think you got it. I think y'all got that one. I mean, Kansas City is not going to take game one. They didn't take game one serious last year.
Yeah.
But they played against Detroit. Had like 18 drops.
They played like crap all year, man.
Yeah.
That's why I said Taylor Swift played better than all of them. Like that's my eyes.
Said, bro, dancing Taylor Swift. Are you high? Those women are a couple. I said the women, bro. Hey, listen. I'm also a personal trainer, a group trainer. And I trained at Orange Theory Fitness, right? So, of course, I get to monitor the music, to keep the class going and stuff like that. Man, listen here. I got folks on the treadmill, folks on the rower, and then folks on the weight floor. So it's about a room full of 30 people, and I got to monitor all these guys. You turn Taylor Swift on, listen, that room gets electric, okay? Folks love Taylor, man. I didn't know anything much about Taylor Swift until I started like playing her music in those classes. And I'm like, damn, man, like y'all are turning up for this, man. Turning up for this lady, bro. Like that woman has a coat, man. What's up, Nino? What's good, Nino? What's going on, Nino? Hey, you want to see some sad stuff? Watch Taylor Swift try to dance. It is horrifying. It is horrifying. I believe Family Guy made a joke about it in one of the episodes, man. You watch Taylor Swift, that's some funny stuff to see, man. That's some funny stuff to see. But big thing, but another big move, man. It happened before, like last week. Atlanta did get Matthew Judon from the Patriots. I think that's a good move, bro. I told you, man. Atlanta is loading up. Wouldn't be shocked if they win that division. It is wide open for them. It's there for the taking. You got Kirk Cousins. He's coming back. You got a prime rookie. You got one of the best running backs in football. I believe Kyle Pitts can. At this point, we're about to really truly find out if Kyle Pitts is that guy. We really haven't seen him much since Florida, but they definitely bolstering up that defense, man. I think that's definitely going to help them continuously run the football because you're not playing from behind anymore and relying on Kirk Cousins to throw the ball. So I definitely did love that Judon move, man. Y'all gonna put some respect on Atlanta. Y'all gonna put some respect on the Falcons, man. I think them Birds gonna get it right this year. They're not gonna be the only Birds in contention. You got the Eagles. You got matter of fact, all the Bird teams besides the Cardinals, I believe in. Got the Eagles. They're gonna be pretty good. Seattle's gonna be pretty good. Ravens. I mean, of course, Ravens are the Ravens. You got the Falcons. Who am I missing? I'm not missing nobody, am I? All your Bird teams.
There's only one. It's only one. The Ravens. So it's only one that matters. The Cardinals. Yeah.
Come on, man. There's other teams. Matter of fact, the last Bird team to win a Super Bowl was the Eagles. But I didn't say that out loud. You just heard that come through the mic.
Yeah.
Hey man, did you know Martavius Bryant tried to make a comeback though? I think it was with the Cardinals. I want to say he tried to make a comeback. Yeah, bro, that was a sneak. He got cut already though.
Yeah.
But he definitely tried to make a comeback. I believe he like 53 years old, man, trying to make a comeback. But everybody remember that still is Martavius Bryant, man. I know if Edward online, he'll tell us all about it. He'll definitely tell us all about it.
I wonder why the Patriots would trade Matt Judon though. You know, he's pretty solid, man. Like I think he had a contract was kind of like $4 million. I mean, 54 mil for 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, I think when I was reading something, and they said they were just looking to try to offload, and because I think Matt Judon is like 30 something, bro.
Yeah.
I want to say he's like 30 something. So I think the Patriots are just trying to get young, trying to stock up some picks, build through the draft. And I don't think when they had that conversation with Judon is that they don't feel like, okay, we're rebuilding. Judon's like, I'm not trying to rebuild. I'm not trying to be a part of a rebuild. I'm trying to win games, trying to be relevant. I'm not trying to get out here and have 100 tackles and then, we're not even thinking about the postseason.
Yeah, he played with us, and then he went to the Patriots. And I was just like, this guy. Go to the Patriots.
People are high on the Cardinals for some reason. I'm not. If you go and look at their schedule, you're gonna be surprised if Kyler Murray make it past week 9.
Yeah.
You go back and look at their schedule, they're going through a gauntlet to start the season. They could legitimately go like 2-7. Like it's bad. Like their schedule is bad, man. And I think when you got Kyler Murray just coming off an injury, that's a risky schedule. Somebody didn't like the Cardinals when they got the schedule made up, man.
Yeah, I don't think he ever showed. He never showed me anything, man. He never showed me anything.
Who, Kyler Murray?
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a superstar. He got paid
early too. Yeah, Jim, I'm just hearing a bunch of noise about him. I honestly haven't heard much. I mean, I really haven't heard much. I'll be honest with you, Steve. I haven't heard much about him. I mean, once I saw that schedule, I just went ahead and threw him at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, with no disrespect to all my any Cardinal fans, any Arizona Cardinal fans out there, you're doing this every play because if Kyler Murray goes down, you're like, come on, man, just let it be. Just you're just hurting right now. You're gonna get back up and finish the game. But he's literally going through some tough defenses in the start of the season. And like I said, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked if he made it. I don't know who has a more disappointed NFL career, Kyler Murray or Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Trevor still has room to potential to get better and grow. I think we're all looking at last year just a little too strong. I mean, he did have a pretty decent season his second season. I didn't count the first season with Urban Meyer and the BS he had going on out here in Jacksonville. But I think Trevor still has the tools, and that's one thing you can't teach. You can't teach the tools that he has. He has size. He's your typical prototype quarterback. Kyler Murray is not. Kyler Murray literally relies on athleticism, speed out of the pocket, and a quick fastball. Other than that, I mean, he stays hurt. He's small. He's fragile. He's like, 5'10", 5'9". The kid is small. So Trevor Lawrence, you can have something. You can grow with him. I think you still have room to grow with Trevor. So I'm not going to say he has a disappointing season.
What you think,
Plus, he just got paid.
What you think Marvin Harrison gonna do? That's tough.
He's going to get some tough defense. It's gonna be a tough struggle. I don't see him winning Rookie of the Year. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have opportunity because if Kyler Murray goes down, who's throwing you the ball? Who is they backup? I mean, that's a very
Desmond Riddler. No,
he got cut.
He got cut.
Yeah, I think he got cut.
Yeah.
I want to say that happened like 3-4 hours ago. I want to say I was on my way home today. I want to say I saw Desmond Riddler got raised.
Clayton Tune. I'm looking at their roster now. They got a young quarterback named Clayton Tune.
I have no idea who that is.
Yes. Kyler
It's a
Murray.
rookie?
Is it a rookie? 2 years.
I have no idea who that is.
Second year out of Houston.
So best of luck.
Yeah.
Best of luck. Kyler Murray goes down. Who's giving Harrison the ball? That's going to be the biggest question. So I think,
June
you
Clayton.
know. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going on, last name? What's going on, brother? How you doing out there? How you doing? Last name, but we still don't even know what that name is.
That's right.
We don't know what that last name is, bro. But you got any other teams out there that's on your radar for the 53-man roster?
Nah.
All right, man. Well, we'll go ahead and open it up for the phone lines. If you guys want to call in, you guys got your team out there. You just saw us break them down to the 53-man roster. Any trades or adds or drops that you're shocked or most excited about, feel free to call in, man. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Please, no Dallas fans. My bad. I said it out loud. I was thinking it. You know what? But we're not gonna have no Dallas fans call in, man.
Yeah.
Thank God. That's why I'm glad my little brother at work. He's a huge cowboy fan.
Yeah, man. I was out. I see. I think Quattro Ismail's son made the team. He played like wide receiver, tight end. I think he on the practice squad though. I think he's like 6'6", wide receiver, real slender kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'6"?
Yeah.
That's tall, boy.
Yeah,
tall. That's tall.
His father was like his father. They were brothers. They got brothers, right? The Ismails, and they was just known for speed. Like
yeah,
and route running. They pretty good. I think one of the brothers still does the news anchor. He's a news anchor for the Ravens. So he's been on that squad for a while, on that team for a while. And so to see, I think that's his son. I gotta go back and look. I think it's his son. But to see his son playing is like that's like you play for a reason.
No, absolutely.
Your dad played for a reason. Now
it's a different feeling, man.
Yeah,
you're like, I made my name here. You know what I mean? I made my name here.
Yeah. So
related to Raheem Ismail.
He is the Rocket. Yep.
Yeah, at 6'6", what did he run for a 40?
He's pretty fast. He was pretty fast. Let me. I can pull his stats up for you.
Yeah, but I'm curious.
You better be fast, right? That's your father. Like,
the Rocket. Hey, look, the Rocket. Yeah, you can't be a Rocket. You out here running a 4.5 at receiver, man. Come on now. You got to be 4.4s or better.
Yeah.
4.3. We talking 4.3-esque. 4.3-esque. I didn't know what that 40 is. That 40 better be in the 4.4s. It better be in the 4.4s. The last name, Dalvin to Dallas, great move, Jerry. I mean, that's the only move he's made thus far. For him to make the comment saying that they're all in, and your only grab was, Dalvin Cook, who really didn't play at all last season, who's also injury prone. So, and he's getting up there. He ran a 4.3, maybe slower.
That's his father.
Oh, that's his father. Nah, we're talking about kiddo.
That's the name right there. Tight end rookie. I'm not doing all that.
Dad, help him out, man. Hey, it's over there. It's over there beating his behind, man. Pause.
Yeah, man. Nah, yeah, I think he got weed.
So he wasn't as good as Rocket.
Boom,
Frank Gore's son got waved. So,
that's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah. But all right, guys, like we're gonna have no callers in, man. Y'all quiet tonight, man. I need y'all to hype this thing up a little bit.
Everybody waiting for that AntMan.
Hey, waiting for y'all waiting for AntMan?
Well, they probably missed Bruce. Yeah, they definitely missed Bruce.
Hey, Bruce, man, they miss you, bro. We need
man.
you. We need you back in. My Life, Your Entertainment, bro. What's going on? That would have been a good move back in 2019. Agreed.
Yeah.
5 years ago, Dalvin Cook was still that guy. We used to pick him up in fantasy. Nah, you weren't even there. You weren't even there. Like I said, he didn't play last year. We played got maybe 30 carries all season.
Yeah,
It's not a lot at
I
all,
think we
man.
picked him up late. He was a disgruntled employee, and
And the Jets.
yeah.
I ain't even did he even play in the playoff game? I don't
No,
even
he
think
did
he
not.
played.
Nah, he didn't play in the playoff game. I don't know what that was about, bro. Like that. It's another thing, man. I don't want to talk about it. This a new year. New year, man. Like, we're not gonna talk about the wolves. You had all those horses in your backfield, man, and
Yeah.
you chose to use none of them. So
Ah.
yeah,
It's like, man, y'all was in the playbook. It was like, let's turn the page. That
yeah,
last page.
yeah, yeah. Nah,
It
we
was
don't
it
need to
was
talk
good. It
about
was a good page, but let's turn it anyway. If it's broke, fix it. I mean, if it ain't broke, still fix it.
one character.
They got one carry in the postseason. That's horrible. And Dallas is hype about it. As a backup, you would just hope that he could be productive. Dallas does have a thing with running backs of Dalvin Cook's style, but you got to see if he can still at least play. You got to play him to figure it out.
I think he still play. Like he played for us a little bit. He looked like he could be a running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's an every down back for
Oh
like
no, absolutely not.
yeah.
It's definitely gonna be running back by committee in Dallas. I don't think you have no number one back. So you got Zeke. What's that short kid's name? They real hype about him. I can't remember his name, but they were hype on him last year, and he really didn't do much behind Tony Pollard. But you got three running backs. Definitely gonna be running back by committee, and they've definitely finna put the weight of the game, the weight of the season back on Dak's shoulders and see if he's worth that bread. Yeah, I mean, right. I think how the whole FSU national championship team flamed out except Jalen Ramsey. What do you mean? Oh, like players? Dalvin Cook was on that championship team. He said he had a great career. I mean, running backs like they're not as what I'm saying like longevity is not that thing. Well, we run that championship back in what 2016, 2015. So with Dalvin Cook's in year 9, year 10, I think by that time, man, these running backs are not the same no more. Especially,
5 years.
He's been in the league 5 years.
No. I said after 5 years, they.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what? We ain't win no
They
championship.
start to lose.
Yeah. So because you look at like guys like Todd Gurley back from Georgia. That man, he played 5 seasons.
Ooh.
After that, afterthought.
6
man.
fumbles.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, he fresh though. He well rested. I mean, well rested, man. So.
That's funny, man. That's funny. All right, guys. So we don't get no call-ins, man. We're gonna get ready to move on over to the topic of the evening, which is the legends have spoken about the nonsense that AntMan has brought upon us. If you are unaware of what AntMan said, basically saying Michael Jordan was the only one with skill in the 90s and the 80s, the only one with skill. So, of course, we had some legends to give some pushback on. I'm going to pop up on the screen here. Some of the tweets that Isaiah Thomas pushed back on when it came to this comment. Hold on, let me drop this comment down. Drop this comment down. My bad, bro. I know Bruce over here watching like, hey, man, you got a comment up still. Here we go. Got that out. All right, there we go. All right, they look faster today because of the rule change, which prohibits holding and hand checking to impede progress. In football, for example, wide receivers can play in the middle of the field without fear and rack up more yardage. Today, the rules favor quarterbacks and receivers. That was one of the things that Isaiah Thomas had to say. Second thing he said, they cast if you're a big and your shot is not falling from the outside, what else do you lean on to score the ball? Excluding players like Jokic and Joel, who actually have a low post game. Isaiah Thomas, I can argue today that the taller players are less skilled in the low post offense and defensive play. I agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one. You got guys like Akeem, because I think what we're looking at today, we're looking at guys shooting the three and we're claiming that as skill. To me, that's not like a skill thing. Like you can just learn. We don't know if those guys can shoot from back in the day, right? Like, like they just didn't. They wasn't told to do to shoot the three back in the day. So I think that's an overblown thought. What do you think about that? What do you think about that comment?
So what I see is if you like look at like normally when a big are coming in the league, undersized big, would come in the league, what would end up happening is they would put him on like some type of weight gaining regimen so he can, be that interior force that he need to be in the paint, right?
Yeah.
And so, it doesn't look like that's something that they're pushing, right? With the 6'7"ers and what I mean, like the weight room is not almost non-existent, right?
Yeah.
It's almost non-existent, man.
True.
Like you don't see a lot of guys like coming out of college and then next thing you know they show up jacked. Like like you don't see that anymore. Like it just doesn't happen. And so that doesn't say that they don't have the skills to play. But I mean, you do see a lot of 7-footers without a post game, right?
True.
Like, don't know
Like,
what to do with their back to the basket, right? The fundamentals is gone. Like you can't make a layup. You 7 foot, so you just float out to the 3-point line and just close your eyes and hope it goes in. So
yeah. No, I think, man, it's a lost art, man, because I'm like for the Olympics, for example, Joel Embiid on the switch, and he had some little plumber that's like 6'6" guarding him in the post. I'm like, Joel, simple. Just put your hand up, go get the ball, back him down, easy bucket. Anybody battling Joel Embiid on a switch and he weighs about 300 pounds, that should be an easy call to make. Anybody under 7 foot, especially if they're 6'6", 6'5", oh, that's easy. Hey, get on the block, Joel. Quick back down. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, that art is lost, man. That art to me, it's truly lost. It's truly
everybody.
lost.
I don't think they're getting stronger. I believe they're getting faster, right?
Getting faster, more agile to get on the break, stop at the 3-point line.
No steel, all rubber bands.
So according to Edwards, Iverson had no skill. I think he was more talking about folks prior to Iverson. I mean, if you tell me that Iverson ain't got no skill, I think you're tripping. I honestly think you don't know nothing about basketball because we got to remember, like I'm 34, right? Ant is 22? You know what I mean? So that means he was born in 2002. So at this point, Iverson's already been in the league for 7-8 years. So by the time Ant is starting to understand basketball, it's 2008, 2009. He's 6-7 years old. So I mean, he really didn't like have the need to watch nobody from the 80s and 90s. So at that point, like I kind of don't fault him for that type of comment. But it's like, come on, bro. Like at least do some. You can Google that. You can Google that.
Just reading the comments, right? It's almost as if like all the old guys are just like slapping them in the back of their head, like go sit your ass down. You know what I mean? With their comments, it's like go sit your ass down. Like, and so yeah, like man, that was ignorant, and he should have did his homework before he opened his mouth.
No, absolutely, man, absolutely. Magic Johnson said to go. He got. Oh no, I got Magic. Hold up, stand by. Stand by. We're gonna go ahead and play. This is what Magic's take on what AntMan had to say.
Just said the other day that there really wasn't any skilled players in the NBA back in the day outside of Michael Jordan. That's what he said. Your response to that, Irvin Magic Johnson?
Well, I don't never respond to a guy that's never won a championship. There's not nothing to really say. He didn't win a college championship. I don't know if he even won a high school championship. So.
Magic. Hey, I liked it. I like it, man. You gonna sit here and say only one name? I got 5 titles, Bubba. I'm part of the Showtime. Like, why you think we would call it the Showtime? You just think we were just out there just getting names?
Say you're not in my food chain.
You're not even in my food chain, bro. Like, come on, like, bro.
Man.
To be quite factual, AntMan did win a high school championship. I think they said his junior year he won a high school championship. So That's literally the pinnacle of success as far as a team sport he's ever had. So, I mean, to not have zero knowledge or to say something like that, man, do your homework, bro. I mean, I get it, man. The kids these days, you don't want to do your homework. I mean, you got the world literally in the palm of your hands when it comes to a phone. You can literally look up like top 10 players in the 90s.
Yeah.
You can do that. Top 10 players in the 2000 era. You can do that. Top 10 players in the 80s. You know what I mean? And go back and look at some film. Like you go back and look at the 2000s tape alone, your mind's gonna be blown. You go back and look at the 90s. I mean, you're gonna look at some bros that you're like, okay, man, they did have some skill. Man, I reject that comment, but come on, bro, you got to be better than that. You got to do better than that.
Yeah, Magic hit it right on the nose, man. And then Steve, just to follow up to what Steve said, under 25, right? Under 25. He's not even fully developed as a man yet, right? Like your nuts didn't even drop yet. So, we still like the grown man strength ain't even kick in, and you talking about, oh yeah, this person wasn't good, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm a fan of Ant, but I know that he's not ready yet. But I get what he's doing, man. He's in, basketball is over. He's still trying to make it relevant. But now you're gonna have these old heads at your game, man. Watching.
Oh, absolutely.
They're gonna be asking you questions like, "What about that 6-point game? Where did he go?" Like,
absolutely.
So one thing you should never do, man, is just don't disrespect the people that did it before you, man. Like,
no, the target's definitely on that kid's back now. Like you got to go out and put up and shut up. Yeah. At this point, like you go out there and have a bad season and you don't, let alone not make the playoffs, in which I think they will make the playoffs again, but you get bounced in that first round if you want to. Yeah. Oh boy. Hey, they're going to replay that take over and over and over all summer 2025 of how hey man, I guess he wasn't skilled enough. But KG also has something to say. I'm going to go ahead and roll over to it. Forewarning, this is about a 4-minute clip. So if you guys are watching, stay with us. We're going to tune right back into it. But here's what KG had to say on the topic, guys.
If I'm being honest, bro, I don't think anybody in this generation could have played like 20 years ago. If I'm being 100, and this is to everybody in our league, Tatum, all y'all. Let me tell y'all something, bro. 20 years ago, bro, you couldn't get to a triple step back.
Nah.
You hear what I'm saying to you? You couldn't get to a triple step back, and then if you shot that, it had to go in. You know why? Because we had efficiency back in the day, my dude, and it was so it was too physical. And guess what? The league had to come off of it for the flow of movement to be able to have scoring go up, which is why we like to sit here and watch kind of the rat race of the high-paced game, right? But, bro, let's not talk about the game and let's not talk about the physicality of the game back then. Real I only think half these kids in the league could have been on an NBA team 20 years ago.
Straight up.
The locker room was too grown.
You know what I watched too?
It was too of them. It was too much of a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
Just
like
the hand check.
No, bro. It was a different vibration. David Stern did a great job of taking all of the physicality out of the game. You understand? Freedom of movement means freedom of movement. Man, back in the day when you had to get by Paul because Paul was squared up with you and ready to slide, and then he could body you, he could poke, he could use his hands, but I can use my hands.
I can fight through a screen.
Bro, in the Olympics was similar style play when the guard can ride you damn near over the pick.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to get out of that, and Holiday, when he come out and he get over, he there. Right. So if you go to cross him, bro, you don't even. That's what I'm saying, bro. Man, the levels in which you had to be not only strong enough but skilled enough to get by this. You understand? And then they ain't never seen a 6'7" Rodman guard you. Bro, I see you. And you know, you're in the scout report. We know you go left. We know you can finish right, but you go left to pull up. Bro, everybody knows, bro, in the games back then. The Isaiah Thomases and the Dumars, man. Dumars shut Jordan down. Bro, they was coming to the lane, bro. You might get your nose broke trying to dunk. You understand? Dwayne Wade broke Cole's nose in the All-Star game. Man, bro, it's just different. It was very different back then, bro. Real. I'm talking about in the locker room. You can't be on your phone in the locker room. Can't. Bro, 20 years ago? Nah, nobody in this era could have played 25 years ago. We said that. And I'm talking about not just the play and all the skill that everybody got, actually was called bad shots and lack of efficiency. It was until they start data and saying take more threes than twos. Before then, we played ball, bro. We didn't give a that the GM couldn't come down and say, put into a game plan with a coach like Doc or D'Antoni talking about we trying to get touches and touch the paint. Bro, I didn't see.
Yeah, it's hard to say more skill.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Nobody in this era has a mid-range.
Bro, you couldn't get, nobody.
Nobody in this era has a post game.
And the ones that do look amazing. Look at Shea. Shea got a mid-range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's only like a few of them got.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 2 dribble, pull up.
Yeah, they don't.
Try to do it. Okay, young fella, if you hear me. And then y'all exhaust the ball. Y'all are dribbling the air out of the ball.
Right.
Y'all dribble the ball 100 times more than another.
Right.
Catch it off the bounce. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, pull up. Let me see you do that off the bounce.
Right.
Let me see your skill work off that. I ain't even known it like this, but bro, you can't come and expect a rebuttal. Bro, real was totally different. And you had to have that work, and you had to really work on your You know, you was out 2-3 games, man. Your teammates, hey, bro, what you doing tonight? You going? Nah, I can't go, man. My toenail off, man. I can't. Nah, bro, you can't even come in here and lead no like that. You hear me?
Nah.
So you had to strap it up, and you had to get out here. You had to dive on the floor. You had to get in the rumble. Yeah.
Right.
Real You had, man, it was men leading men. Yeah, ain't none of these no lockout. And Anthony Edwards don't know what's going on with the league policy. This, bro, you understand what I'm talking about? The leader, bro. Man, I can't even have this conversation.
You can't even say it if you ain't watched.
It ain't the same.
First of all, I wonder if somebody was counting all the bleeps. KG was going in, man. Yeah. What's your take on what KG said, bro?
Man, first of all, he's in the middle of the era, right? Where so he's witnessing as a young basketball player, he's going in the locker rooms. And so that's gospel right there, man. Like everything he said, I agree with him 100%, man. And you know, he always used a lot of profanity, but he's always real, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes, you know, when you are media, you have to sugarcoat certain things, but I think this was probably like the most rawest, just truth, right? Just the most like this is you can't put it you can't put it any other way, right? Like you can't
absolutely
any other way, because now he's not only telling you like what a skilled player is, like how to lead and kind of like the fundamentals of basketball is watered down now, and now, you know, like there isn't too many locks in the league, whereas though when they was coming up, everybody was a lock. They studied how you played. They mastered how to stop you running. They rehearsed it in practice, like ways to stop. You know, I think the last real player we seen that kind of like would do that or had that type of mentality is Bean, right? Yeah. Kobe. Yeah, that was the last real person that I can remember that was like, you know, he preached it, not just from an offensive standpoint, but a defensive standpoint as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, and even in the off season, you know, Kobe always preached, if not in the off season learning how to strengthen your weakness, then you're not really trying to play this game. You're not trying to play this game for the long haul. You're not trying to win. But his biggest thing, I need to be better on footwork. I knew Michael Jordan's moves, but what can I do to up my level of play? He went and studied at one of the greatest footwork big man, Hakeem Olajuwon. He went in his training camp and was like, look, teach me footwork. And by the time Kobe came back, you couldn't guard him nowhere on the floor at that point. I mean, you want to double team? Okay, dribble, footwork, spin, turn around, pivot, put back, throw it off the glass, catch it, toss it. Like, that's skill. You have to learn and develop that. And I think with these kids these days, everything's about the 3-point line, bro. And that's what's watering it down even more. Defensive, I mean, from an offensive standpoint, everybody got to shoot threes. You shoot threes, and we're considering that skill. Yeah, I consider that more of a talent. I mean, you can shoot a three. Okay, cool. But if you're 7 foot, 7 foot, and the biggest player on the opposite team is 6'8". Come on, it should be easy. It should be an easy choice to make. I'm on the block. I'm in the post. I'm giving you 1-2 step drop back down, and I'm putting the ball in the basket, or you got to foul me every single time. You know what I mean? So I agree with a lot of what he said, man. Like you said, man, KG is going to give it to you the unedited way, the the real way. Because you got to think, when he was drafted in what, 90s, 95, 96? I think he was in the same draft Kobe was, wasn't he?
Yeah, they had a really good draft year. 19. He drafted. He was 19 when he came out.
Yeah, so he was fresh out of high school.
I'm old now.
If NFL fans, players talk how the NBA does, they would say Walter Payton and Jerry Rice played against plumbers, and that the 1985 Bears defense with that same logic. Jerry Rice had to be guarded by who? Prime.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We consider Prime the greatest corner to ever play. So, yeah, I mean, I get your point. I get your point, Eagles, man. Eagles brothers 92. Are you an Eagles fan? My bad. I'm
They said Kevin Maurice Garnett played 21 seasons in the league. 21 seasons, bro. So, you can trust and believe what he said is what he saw.
Yeah.
And what he saw is,
95 draft. There you go. 95 draft. Eddie, clotheslining is not considered defense. That's more toughness. That's more toughness. I mean, we tired of seeing you be able to drive in the lane. For example, Jordan against the Detroit Pistons. They got tired of seeing that man float. So guess what? The quickest thing to take you out of the air is put you back to the ground and keep you grounded. I believe what was the center's name for the Detroit Pistons? White guy. His name is leaving my brain right now. But he literally went into the locker room and said, "Hey, look, Jordan does not leave the floor." And they was like, "What do you mean? He doesn't jump. Don't allow that man to jump." You know what I mean? I think that's the defense that you're thinking about. Then that's more of a toughness mindset defensively. When it comes to something like that. But still, man, Jordan still found a way to average 40 in a final series. Like you still had to find a way to stop him. And his skill, Bill Laimbeer, thank you last name, Bill Laimbeer, literally made that comment like, "Yo, look, we're not gonna let this man leave the floor." So I think the mentality was different. Yeah, the rules were a whole lot different back then. They wasn't calling everything a flagrant. You tap somebody on the head, it's a flagrant foul these days to try to get these players to stop doing it. But yeah, man, I think KG, man, he's literally one of the bridges. Kobe was one of those bridges from that 90s era, drafted in the 90s, saw the 2000s, played in the early, the early 2010s, and retired in 2016, I believe. What KG retired in what was it? 2016. I want to say they probably retired the same year. I want to say, did they retire the same year?
What was that?
The same year, KG and Kobe. I want to say they retired the same year. But you got to think, like they saw what the league turned into from a 90s perspective, to where you it's grit and grind, effort on defense. The rules changed, and they saw literally the game of basketball go from inside to out. If you didn't have a 3-ball, then you weren't on the court. What I mean? I think that's predicated to a lot. So Kobe was the only one that could learn Hakeem and Lan. Who's Lan? Were you trying to say Hakeem Olajuwon? that was a bad effort to do that, bro. Footwork, because Willis McKee, Lamar, LeBron James, Antetokounmpo. Trying to figure out what you're trying to say here. Trying to figure out what you're trying to say there, Eddie. Kind of elaborate on what you're saying. My boy, Eagles fan. Yeah, he's an Eagles fan, raised in Seattle. Long story about that. Hey, man. Hey, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, bro. I'm a Laker fan, so I ain't mad at you about that. Let me see. Only player who can learn. Kakima, bro. You just messing up the keyboard today, ain't you? Since it couldn't. Yeah, we got to get you better at the keyboard, man. We got to get you better at the keyboard. But yeah, man, that mean, at the end of the day, man, if you're gonna talk about history, because I mean the 80s and 90s basketball is history, right? You can't make a comment on history when you don't know it. You have no knowledge of it. You can't just come in there and be like, I mean, well, I ain't seen him play, but Jordan, the only person that has skill. back then. You know what I mean? Because at this point, honestly, back then for you, Anthony Edwards is anything prior to 2010. So now you're talking about everybody who played from 2000 2010, from 2000 from 1990 to 2000. It's a lot of bros that has skill. It's a lot of bros that has skill. I believe somebody mentioned earlier Penny. I think it was Donnell, my other brother. He mentioned Penny. Like Penny had skill. Like that was skill to play along Shaq. And yes, his career was robbed because of injury, but you had to have skill to be at that position, man. Kobe had skill. It was Paul Pierce, the two guys that were just on the panel, KG, Paul Pierce, they had to have skill. And those guys are all prior to Ant-Man. You know what I mean? So, again, man, if you don't know it, then don't speak on it, man, because at this point,
he like the Kanye West of the NBA right now.
I'll just say what's on his
Saying
brain.
anything out his mouth, man. Bro, come on.
Hakeem Olajuwon, man, the third time's a charm. That's what you was trying to say, Eddie. Hey, that boy called that man everything but his real name. Hakeem Alan. That boy, you was messing that all up, brother. You was messing that all up. So, man, if you guys want to call in, go ahead and call in. Give us your take. You know, what do you guys think of the response of some GOAT to the game, man? Some legit legends. Like Magic is a legend, 5-time NBA champion. Isaiah is a legend, 2-time NBA champion, beat Michael Jordan in his prime, you know what I mean, with the Detroit Pistons team, Bad Boy Pistons. KG, one of the biggest enforcers in NBA history, you know, won a title with Boston. I hate to say it, but won a title with Boston, made it to another finals 2 years after that, and lost against the Lakers. You know, I had to put that piece
he's in my top 5 power forwards. One of my top
absolutely.
5 power forwards.
You can't mention power forwards and KG not being in your conversation.
Yeah.
You can't do it without him being in the conversation. So we're gonna open up the phone lines, man. You guys can call into the show 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it like Bruce, man. 904-219-8264. You know, call in and give us your talk, your conversation, your take. You know, that's the best I can do. Yeah, you're here on 92.3 The Beat. My R&B voice up in the background. Someone needs to ask Edwards if today's game is so skillful. Why is the dunk contest so watered down if they're so skillful? The dunk contest, I mean, what dunk haven't we seen, though? I mean, I think it's only so much you can do as far as dunking the basketball and the dunk contest, man. We've seen some crazy dunk contests from, you know, Vince Carter. You had Jason Richardson. Like you saw some crazy athletes, you know, do some crazy things with the basketball. Aaron Gordon, if you want to talk about modern day. Oh, we got a call coming in. Let's go ahead and answer that real quick. Thanks for calling the Format Podcast. This is B speaking. Who am I speaking with?
What's going on, Gino? What's going on, Brian? Transformer, this Sean, it's your brother.
What's going on, bro, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Sean?
Good. I was pocket texting, so that's why my texting was messing up when I was checked. What I meant to say was that when y'all was saying something about Kobe wearing Hakeem Olajuwon's footwork, and I was saying, so how come couldn't Willis McGahee, Amari Stoudemire, LeBron James, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, when they went to go train with Hakeem, you know, how come they couldn't learn his footwork? How come they couldn't learn it and to improve their game? That's what I was trying to say.
I believe Willis McGahee was a football player, brother.
Not Willis McGahee, you know. Not Willis McGahee. My bad, bro. My bad.
I could have sworn I was a running back.
He played with the Washington Wizards. He played with the Wizards.
Gilbert Arenas?
Trained with not Gilbert Arenas. Other Willis. He played with. Then he won a chip with Golden State, and he won one with the Lakers in the bubble.
Dwight Howard?
Not Dwight Howard. Well, Dwight Howard would go train with him too, but it was the other one. But anyway, about the comment I made, about the comment that AntMan made, it was, I wonder if it was because that was he brought up that he was just only watching MJ and Kobe. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but yeah, of course he should have still done his study and everything like that. But you know how it is now with kids and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know how come he probably was. I don't know if he was really talking about his position because he played too, right? Shooting guard.
Yes.
And he should have said like Tracy McGrady and that was in kind of late to MJ's playing career, but man, I'm surprised he could have done his research on it. I'm being biased, no, man. Memphis legend Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was that
absolutely,
and it's a clip. It was a clip out there that MJ said Penny Hardaway did give him that work. He did give him the work. So that was that, but I mean, back then, man, you gotta be honest, man. Like that was not considered defense with what they was doing, what the Detroit Pistons was doing. Like, come on now, clothesline and elbowing just to go in the paint and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that was defense.
But I mean, we're not saying that they didn't do that the entire game. Like every defensive play wasn't you come in the paint, you getting clothesline. If that's the case, all of them getting fouled out of the game. You getting fouled out in the second quarter. You know what I mean? So like get key moments of the game or something like that. Like, okay, they're gonna check you. They're gonna use one of them fouls. They're like, okay, man, hey, somebody check Jordan real quick. Let him know what's up. He's not finna just keep coming in the paint and just leaping over all of us. And that's what more of what Bill Laimbeer was preaching. Like, yo, look, hey, if he hops over you, bring him down, grab his legs, clothesline him, let him know it's not gonna be an easy day coming in the paint.
Huh? I mean that. You saying grab his legs, and I get what you're saying, but I guess, I mean, did he say the skill? Now, that part right there, like, it was skill players back in the day and everything like that, but I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really watch growing up or did my study on the players that was in the late 80s and 70s and everything like that. I just know about what I was going to watch, and I mean, my era was, of course, MJ, Cole, Penny Hardaway and stuff like that. So that was my that I really honestly just knew about. But yeah, though. So that was what I wanted to talk about. So I kind of see where he was coming from. Then again, and I still think it was kind of out of bounds. He just said I didn't watch and just left it at that.
I mean, he could have, but AntMan. I mean, this isn't Ant's first crazy comment he's made. That man, he has a very strong ego, you know what I mean? And I love Ant. I love his personality. I love him as a player. I definitely think he's one of the next faces of this league. He's going for that mantle of the guy in the NBA. But it's certain comments you got to like put a little bit more context on it. Like if you can elaborate on it, give us a little bit more context. But this straight shut down everybody, and because it came out as nobody except Mike had skill. That's the way it came out. But then you also said, hey, look, I also didn't watch none of them guys play, so I can only tell you about Michael. You know what I mean? And granted, if you leave with that and keep it at that and leave it to like, well, I'm pretty sure there was guys that I just don't know, I didn't see have skill. But as far as to my knowledge, MJ is the only guy I can think of. Then we give you a little grace that you just don't know anything about you don't know anything about your history, which is no fault to these kids these days. They don't know a lot about their history, man.
But the OGs though, come on, baby. But the OGs will still be the type of like still feel some type of way about it.
Absolutely.
Get off my lawn type. They'll be one of those. Because maybe he just wanted to watch MJ, and he probably heard around in his fam that MJ is person one that, they showed him a lot, highlights. And they showed Kobe and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, he still would have got criticized, though. So, it's in a lose-lose situation.
It would have been a lesser of a loss if you would have just bowed out respectfully and not just limited it to one person. Everybody knows who MJ is. I mean, of course, you're buying his shoes to this day. You know what I mean? But the guys that played against MJ, Magic. I mean, Showtime Lakers. So, I mean, you think they got that name because of, they just flashy. They had the Lakers girls and they sold the most tickets. That's why they called it Showtime. No, man, it was a skill that they had on the floor. You know, the show that they put on.
Yeah, like he probably didn't want to go back and watch during that time because he didn't care about it. So like I'll come back to what the youngsters these days, So all they know about is, of course, the MJ because of the kicks. I mean, you got the Kobe's too, but he did say something about Kobe too, though. He did mention he did watch a look at Kobe.
Yeah, because the second coming of Jordan is who? Kobe.
Of course.
The second, the only person that Jordan, in my opinion, should ever be compared to, passed away already. So I mean, that's why I don't, dive heavy into the LeBron takes, the LeBron Jordan debate, because one, they're not even close to the same type of player from a skill standpoint, from a talent standpoint, from how they score the basketball, defensive. They're not nowhere near the same. Don't even play the same position. So, but
and that's why I agree. I agree with you on that too. But I ain't gonna you up though. I'm gonna keep listening to it, man. Loving the show already, man.
No, man, I appreciate you for calling in, brother. Stay tuned, but we got plenty more. Yes, sir. All right. Enter the Twins, man. First of all, I don't know who you are, but we want to thank you for tuning in on the channel, giving us your comment. But why every blank always takes sides with the old gen? They never side with the younger gen. So many brainwashed Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Tupac loving clowns. Man, that is a strong statement right there, brother. I kind of want you to elaborate more on that because, I mean, you can't. The thing is that we ask them about history, right? And you can't say under the same breath, I'm a boxer. Like, say, for instance, like Tank Davis. Tank Davis just all of a sudden said, I mean, other than Floyd Mayweather, nobody had skill. So Ali didn't have, like, Ali, one of the pinnacles of the greatest of all time. Like, he didn't have skill. Tyson wasn't a skilled boxer. Evander Holyfield wasn't a skilled boxer. It's like all these guys except Floyd Mayweather, because that's all you know, were skilled fighters. To me, that's what doesn't make sense. That's what doesn't make sense. So it's not like we're taking the old gen side. We're just saying, hey, young fella, like, do your research before you start popping off at the mouth saying something crazy like that, because them folks will take it disrespectful. Using not mention my name when I'm a 5-time champion, multiple time MVP winner that played in the same era and before the person that you're talking about, played and won his championships. I'm gonna feel some type of way.
So one thing, right? Mike Tyson never said he was the greatest, right? He said there's no way he could be he could be compared to the ones that came before him. They fought every month. Well, we saying all these fighters is like they fighting bi-yearly sometimes, if we get that right. The whole Tupac thing, I don't know where he's going at with that one, but when it comes to Mike, we talk about the physical play that he played in, and how he even when people clotheslining and diving at your legs, he dominated and demanded respect. And so, you always get to compare to both sides, right? You always get to compare the old to the young, just so you use it as a compass, so you know what direction you're going, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, is this league getting better or is it more watered down, right? Like, you study your history and then they'll tell you who's who and what's what right now. That's my 2 cents. And if I ask my guy, man, like he's my guy, but he need to do his research, right?
No.
I think he could be a better offensive player and a better defender if he did his homework.
Man, legit go back and watch them 90s games. I mean, he'll definitely, because Ant has that dog in him. That's not without question. He has that mentality, the way if he wants to take over a game, he's going to try to take over that game. If it comes down to the last bucket or the first bucket, you need him to get it, he's going to go get it. If you don't want to be the guy on the team, he's going to be that guy. He has that mentality. You know what I mean? But all the greats before him necessarily paid homage, but showed respect. Like, hey, I've learned from the guys because they laid down the blueprint in front of me. I just took what they had in my own way, perfected it, and improved on it, and made it more modern to today's game. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that would have been a more respectful way of putting it, not just putting it off like, man, I only know who Jordan is. You know what I mean? Other than that, the rest of them folks wasn't skilled like that. That's a bold statement, bro. That's a bold statement. Undecided folks.
The other callers. We got any other callers on this?
Any other callers? Robinson or Leonard? Yeah, skill, bro. Sugar Ray, come on now. The Sugar Ray clan. Like, them boys were skilled boxers.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Tank Davis didn't know who they was. Come on, man. You're not really trying to perfect your craft and take it to the next level like that. But any other callers, guys, can call in 904-219-8264. 219-8264 after the 904. Call in, give us your take. Give you guys a couple more minutes before we move on here. And then we'll start taking you guys' comments and questions. So if you guys got any comments or questions, anything basketball related, feel free to call on in and give us your take. Hold on, I believe we got a caller. Hold on, just 1 second. You called into the Format Podcast. Who is this?
This good old Sid Wayne. It's Sid, Bubba. How you doing there, brother?
How you doing, baby? How you doing? Sid, brother, how you doing?
Man, I'm hanging in there. What up, Gino?
What's going on, Sid?
Hold on, let me switch you over to the audio real quick. You can't really hear Gino real quick. Hold on, just a second.
Okay. No, I think I'm good. I think my audio switched over. My boy Gino.
What's going on?
Not much. No, but I think with Ant, and I think we as old heads got to realize something about Ant. Man, Ant is younger than my baby girl. So I can't fault him too much for not knowing.
Yeah.
So it's hard when you like in your 40s or 50s to have the same perspective of a barely 22, 23-year-old kid. So I think, we were right to get on him, but then too, we also gotta have that we more or less parents to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking over the parent role.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. Parents, OGs, really encourage the young fella. So that's the way I feel about it. But I
smack him in the back of his head and tell him to sit down.
A lot of the young guys, they don't really realize they're pretty much models of the older guys.
Yeah.
Like LeBron. Me and you see that as the same way. I can't compare him to Mike because really, he's about big as Karl Malone.
Yeah, truly. You want to talk size-wise, yeah.
Size-wise, yeah. So, and then his game is just so different. So it's not that, we hate LeBron. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. But he just ain't MJ.
Yeah.
But we just got to, we got to say it is what it is.
True. You got any pushback on that, G?
No, I don't. Yeah. He's not my goat, though.
Gino get on Brian pretty hard, especially about the dunk. But
hey, you know what? I'm looking at G's face because as soon as you mentioned LeBron, I'm like, I didn't get no reaction. I'm like, okay, G's cool with it. He's cool with that comment.
Yeah. But now, like a lot of those young fellas, like when they, like the caller who said about Mike Tyson, the Tupac, you really had to be there to experience it at that time. So you can't feel what we feel on it because you wasn't there.
Yeah.
And plus, we seen what you guys done. Y'all hadn't seen us or been there to have that type of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is with a lot of young people. They thinking they doing something new. It ain't nothing new under the sun.
It ain't nothing new. We've been doing this, player.
But, and I'll be honest with you, AntMan needs to even look at his own organization.
Yeah.
Because this guy, man, he was a bad, named J.R. Ryder. I don't think AntMan better than him.
Yeah.
So y'all know about J.R. Ryder?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But now he was a dog. He was strong, physical, and he gave Mike the blues.
Yeah.
So before you said Jordan ain't skilled, just start looking at some of those other guys who gave Mike fits, like Joe Dumars.
I mentioned him a lot.
Yeah. So them dogs.
Yeah. Even keeping it within his own franchise. I mean, KG was one of the marquee guys in Minnesota to ever play the game.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a part of that 95 era, coming up in the game, as a young buck, learning from those guys. And you in a sense disrespected him too. He's one of them old heads like that. I didn't have skill. That's what you mean?
Oh, yeah. And you know what thing about KG? He gonna tell you how it is. He gonna
Big
say,
facts.
Yeah.
Nah, Lord, you can't do that, Lord. But back then, like playing my son in basketball, I had to teach him about how you throw a little elbow in there. I knew how to hand check. I know how to put that forearm on his back.
Mm-hmm.
And after the game, he knew he was tired.
You know what? You know what's so
results?
funny? I'm that type of player. Like it was this was a couple of years ago, man. I was playing some ball, and I was at one of the naval base gyms up here in Jacksonville. And this guy, I mean, dude was clearly way taller than me. I'm 5'7", by the way. This dude was about 6'2", about 6'2", 6'3", and he tried to bully me and post me. Now I'm a solid, strong fella, right? So I'm like, okay, I know you physically got me in height, but I'm not gonna just let you just think you can walk up in here. So I gave him that good forearm in the back, and he's like, "Come on, man, that's fouling, bro." No, it ain't. Come on, I got the right to my own space, bro. Come on, bro. You want to act big, get big then. You want to act big, get big. Ain't no foul, brother. Ain't no referees out here. Come on, man. So I feel you on that, man.
Yeah. But I just wish sometimes, and then too, and I think it might be a communication gap between the older guys and the younger guys. Really just talking to them, sharing stories.
Yeah.
That was so profound back in our day. Because, like, I couldn't say, man, Wilt ain't that good, even though I didn't see Wilt. But I, deferred to older guys who knew, or Oscar Robertson. I just can't say they trash.
Yeah.
You can't call them no plumbers because those were men. Big, strong, solid, athletic men. They would dominate today over these guys.
I appreciate it, Eddie. I appreciate the comment, bro. But no, man, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. The storytelling, we really do miss that. I mean, nowadays, everybody has their own brand. I feel like they're making it a point like, well, I don't want to talk about nobody else but my brand. I'm trying to build my brand. I just got a sneaker deal. I'm one of 50 other players in the league with a sneaker deal now. I just got signed by Nike or Jordan or Reebok or New Balance, and I got my own brand to put on. Like, we kind of lost that conversational piece where we're discussing the older players and what they did in their era and how we're still using some of that knowledge to build our own game. You know what I mean? I think that's where Ant could have really, if you wanted to be the next phase of this league, you wanted to be the face. That was your one opportunity to come in and be like, yo, look, I'm studying after some greats, some legends, and really show the world. Not only that, like showing the world, like, hey, I'm listening. I've done my research. I've done my history, because now, like G said earlier, you lose or you look bad next year, man. It's not gonna be a good look. It's not gonna be a good look.
But one thing too, before you got that to be a great one, see, Magic ain't gonna recognize you unless you know champion.
Oh no, that's it.
Win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell him he ain't skilled. How you gonna tell that man he ain't skilled? And the man came in and won
and got 4 more.
Yeah. You can't. You can't. And then on top of that, all the greats had to go through something to be a champion. Now, that's when I respected LeBron. Now, before then, he was good. He had expectations. He had to lose in order to win.
Yeah.
Mike, and what they don't understand, when Mike went through the Pistons, man,
he was getting beat up.
They beat him physically and mentally.
Mm-hmm.
They beat him. He took a beating. And he had to get through that. And I said, well, to me, that's it right there.
Oh, that man went into the weight room every offseason like, bro, I got to get stronger, man. These dudes they ain't fighting fair. They ain't fighting fair.
And them young folks don't realize that, man. They don't go through that. LeBron had to lose. You have to have that feeling of pain of loss to come back. That's when I said, okay, he's up there. After you took the worst meltdown, you recovered from that. I have to give it to you.
He did, G. He did. He recovered. Come on, G. Don't do that. Don't do that, G.
Yeah, he had to recover. Because if he, Gino, look, now he might have got ducked on at 90 years old, but the boy came back and he won for him. And not many can say that they got 4 titles, 4 Finals MVPs,
4
and 4 regular seasons. I'm just saying, I have to look at that. Now, me and Bruce could argue on that all day.
Oh, he'll find a way.
Huh?
Oh, he'll find a way. He'll find a way to argue.
He didn't eat during his time. But guess what? If I'm facing 31 Hall of Famers versus 10, come on now. I can't deny Mike 6-0. I'm the biggest LeBron fan, but I give it up to MJ all day for what he did and what he went through.
Respectfully.
But to say that man didn't go through nothing either, now come on now.
He did. I mean, he lost a lot.
We got to get out of our bias.
He lost a lot.
But he had quality wins though, G.
I think he can ball, man. I'm not gonna tell you he can't hoop. I'm not gonna say that, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. 40,000 points don't come out of nowhere. So you gotta be able to, put the ball in the hole. But if I think he's just a glorified Scottie Pippen in my eyes that can score. I mean, I don't think he has a bag. I think him losing was those 6 losses, man. That's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. But I give him 4 wins. But like some people put him as their GOAT though, bro. And I'm like, he got 4 championship rings. He got 4 rings. Yeah. But then that other kid from, Stephen Curry, like he is in his era, man, and he is like right there with him. And
I would say Steph Curry did put a whole block in LeBron James.
Yeah, man. So you gotta
because he went to go get his big brother to come beat up LeBron in the park.
I'm not even saying that, but that's his team. He ain't had to move around to get those chips. He stayed home.
I love Steph. I don't hold nothing against our light skinned brothers, but Steph was only the Finals MVP 1 time out of 4. I have to get that to LeBron. See, it's one thing, okay, if you said you up there in the GOATs, but you got to be the big dog to lead and win more than any of them. That's what I look at with Jordan. Jordan is 6 for. Jordan was that dog. LeBron was the dog 4 times. Magic 3, Kobe 2, Shaq.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about Finals MVPs.
Hey man, I just
you got to be the big dog in order. You can get a title because you know what? There's guys that have better teams, but not necessarily the more talented teams. The best teams usually win, not the most talented.
True.
That's I wouldn't say that because
the more
if that's the case, then I mean, now you're saying that like the 4 wins, LeBron had the better team. LeBron had to play, and they made shots at the end. You can have the better team on paper and still not win a chip.
Yeah, LeBron did it.
Gotta have
the first Miami year.
I'm thinking about the Lakers. The Lakers the year they had Karl Malone.
I'm thinking about now. This is the thing when I have to kind of this. D Wade wasn't the same D Wade in 2006.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. They had old ass Jason Kidd in their team. Come on, man. Jason Kidd was locking them up, man.
These guys gave out on.
Oh man,
that boy did have some bad knees.
Man, Derek only had 9 fingers, man.
He had some bad knees.
Derek had 9 fingers, man. Come on, bro.
He had bad knees.
Hey, this is why I need to fix it. I need that Kawhi laugh. I need that Kawhi.
Nah, I think one of the things that we don't talk about that separate Mike from everybody else.
I'm 50 years old. I'm healthier than Kawhi.
Yeah,
that's big facts.
Yeah, Kawhi stopped him too.
That's all what I'm saying. But I have to look at that. Even though I love this room, because guess what? We can disagree with one another, but we don't have to be disrespectful.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's why I love this. Is kind of my favorite podcast right
here. Hey, brother. Thanks for calling in. I just want to say one thing. I think one of the things that we don't when we think about Michael Jordan, we think about he was the most skilled, but the way he like just dominate mentally like everybody that he played against, to the point where you had grown men talking about they don't want to look in his eyes, because if they look in his eyes, it's going to be a sign of disrespect. Those are the type of intangibles that separates him from everybody else. In my eyes, like you all, everybody, we all grown men, but how you got people dropping their heads when you walk around. That's a little different type of skill set right there, man. It's like I don't want to disrespect the black cat, because you know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I put a rookie on him, you know what's gonna happen. Like that type of banter we don't see in this modern era of basketball. They need to bring it back. You'll see.
We do.
But like I said, that goes back to everybody in their own brand. You get like these kids are getting it. Like what was that? Not to keep it racial. What was that white kid with the white kid that just got drafted? He just got a New Balance deal. He got a sneaker deal. Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag. He got a deal already. It's like, come on, man. Like everybody's getting a deal. They're getting their own brand. I mean, now granted, I am not advocating young fellas, get your money, get your bread, build your legacy, do that. But I think from the league, it's like, okay, everybody don't need to get a shoe. Now it's watered down. Everybody got a shoe. You know what I mean? Like it used to be the select few, the top 5 players in the league, they get the shoe. You know what I mean? Yeah. And all of them wasn't even that good. Like T-Mac had a shoe. A few of us can remember that. Only sneakerheads can remember that shoe. Shaq got a shoe. Only a few sneakerheads can remember that shoe. You know what I mean?
Dennis Rodman had shoes, right?
Huh?
Dennis Rodman had some shoes too.
Did Dennis Rodman have a shoe?
Yeah, remember the Rodmans? You don't remember the Rodmans? He was hard too.
What? I'm a sneaker fan, and I don't even remember the. I don't.
Those little pennies in the boxes were fire.
Oh, I got pairs of those.
Yeah, they was tough.
Multiple pairs, and a lot of a shoe that slept on, the Patrick Ewans. I got a pair of those. Them Ewans was tough.
Them Adidas, the Nick color Adidas, and all.
Yes, sir, man. Them Patrick Ewans was tough. I got a pair of old Shaqs, Reebok Shaqs, like real sneakerhead. But I'll talk to you all day about sneakers. That's not what this call is about. But yeah, man, I think it's due to everybody has a brand. Every kid has a brand before they able to dribble a basketball in the NBA game. The man already got a brand. So I mean, I think that's gonna take away from what I have to focus on me. I have to focus on building my brand. I need to talk myself up to a certain standpoint. And what does the media love? They love some type of drama. They want you to be a little bit more dramatic. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, nobody want to hear these stories. Why do I need to talk about Kobe? You know, respect the dead, but why do I need to talk about Kobe? Why do I need to talk about Shaq? Why do I need to talk about them? Let's talk about me. Sir. Let's build my brand. And I think that's what's aiding into the watering it down.
Yeah, but G made a good point, though. One thing about Michael Jordan, he didn't go to the media. He wanted to take you on the court and take you out.
Absolutely.
Gino brought up a great point. But not every guys, and these kids ain't really raised like that.
No.
In competition.
AAU basketball changed that.
They have them, participation trophies.
Mm-hmm.
No, if you want to be the best, you got to go out there and prove it. You got to show beat. I ain't from Missouri, but you got to show beat.
Yeah.
But G made a good point, though.
No. Very, very, very good point. Very good point.
Yeah. And I think the thing that I always said, and one of my other favorite players, man, he was a little guy, but that Allen Iverson was a bad dude from a heart standpoint. He didn't care who you were. Yeah, he came after Mike is his idol too, but he didn't spare the rod. He went at him.
Yeah.
Now, if LeBron had an attitude like that, Gino, then
and this, you know what? This is why I wish Bruce was live tonight, because
if LeBron had that killer instinct, but that's not the type of player that he is, right?
But,
he's not.
But I think that's more predicated because of the era that he grew up in.
Snowflake era.
I was telling Bruce, when Bruce hops on here next time and we have this conversation, because we will. I literally stated that. I'm like, everybody loves to say this one thing. Well, you put Jordan in today's game, Jordan gonna average 80. But I'm like, okay, well, we're also taking his 80s, 90s mentality along with him. He doesn't have the mentality of the newer generation of these guys, the social media era, the Me Too era, all this different social media platform, every camera in your face, your whole career is microlized under a microscope, no matter what you say. He didn't have that type of mentality here. You know what I mean? And everybody was like, Bron wouldn't be able to do that back then. But Bron has this era's mentality. He doesn't have that 80s, 90s mentality. So that's why I don't like having those conversations, because we also got to take that mentality that from there too. You know what I mean? You need to tell me LeBron James, who grew up without his father, growing up in the 80s, you wouldn't tell me he wouldn't be an angry mofo coming into the league? He probably would.
Yeah.
He probably would be a little angry.
I don't know. The Nino question, right? Why was the 90s scared of MJ? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad, G.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Give Michael Jordan a run from his money is angry LeBron. When LeBron's pissed off, like he went in Boston, when he just said, you didn't see the whites of his eyes, and he just wanted to just go down and destroy him. Damn, that play the right way, crap. I'm going to go like MJ, and I'm going to snatch your heart. That guy can give Mike a run for his money. But he don't play like that. I'll be cursing on the TV set. Just do that. You know how Mike Lowry be getting over Burnett for driving? Drive like that. But if he did that, then it'll be a better GOAT conversation to me.
He's not wrong, G. G, he's not wrong, man.
Why are you saying he's not wrong? I mean,
okay, we get all the.
Okay. So who is LeBron stopping? Because he's not stopping MJ.
I'm gonna say it like this: who is LeBron's biggest hater in the world?
Who's LeBron's biggest hater in the world?
Yeah, biggest hater.
A guy named Dreamers Pro.
No, that's second best.
Delonte West.
Bayless.
Delonte West. Delonte West. Oh man, yeah.
What's wrong with that man's career?
Yeah.
Like, you did what to who? Career's over. Yeah. It's over. It's done. But no, Skip Bayless is LeBron's biggest hater, right?
Yeah.
Even Skip will say, now when Bron gets angry,
there you go.
It's a problem, because at that point he's not shooting nothing. He's coming straight for the paint, and we're talking like even like that post Miami, like after he won that second title, that Bron that learned to like, okay, if I'm pissed off, I am taking it to the hole every single time. Y'all gotta literally check me, every single time.
Sir, they don't play defense in this era, sir.
They're not playing that era. He played defense. He was like runner-up for defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
You can't be runner-up and not play defense, G. Come on, G. Get a man some love.
Y'all want me to? Y'all want me to come to this nonsense, man? Like, no, bro. Like,
bruh.
You know why he doing that? You know why he doing that? Delonte West. But nah, man. Like I'm not saying he's not going to score because he a bucket, bro. Like 40,000 points. I'm just saying, I think if they played one-on-one in that era, Mike would win because he was just more of a competitor than anybody.
But you have to give Bron an 80s and 90s mentality.
There you go.
They would have to be.
If he grew up with us, let me ask you this.
That's different. That could
Dennis Rodman out here saying I would have locked his ass up. That's exactly what he said.
No.
Say he don't have a bag. I would have locked his ass up. And a lot of people are like, you know what? He can be just as physical as LeBron can be, man. And we don't see that type of physicality in the league right now. Like there's nobody. Say it again.
Yeah.
No, he said there you go. He was agreeing with you.
Yeah. We don't see that level of physicality no more, man.
If you had LeBron's body in your mindset, do you think you would be better than Jordan?
I think I'd be better than LeBron.
Not LeBron.
I say that. No, I mean, so this is what happens, right? Like you're gonna have to go through the best defenders, right? You're gonna have to go through the best defenders. LeBron is not the best defender. He wouldn't be guarding Mike, even on his worst day. He would stare away from that type of trouble. And then if he did have the guard him, you seen how KD was able to cook him, right? KD cooked him because his fundamentals on defense was off. And he said, once I seen his feet beyond beneath the 3-point line, I knew I had him.
Listen, KD even cooked Kobe.
I'm just saying.
KD is just different, bro. That version of KD, you couldn't guard him. He's 7 foot and can shoot it from everywhere. Nobody was stopping him, bro. I'll be honest. Kobe had problems. Even Kobe said it. He's like, "Hey man, that boy KD, that man's a problem. Like it's hard to guard him."
Little guy to beat him up inside. Now, if you looked at the first final, Gino, LeBron, man, he manhandled him. He put that. I'm throwing 270 in your chest, brother.
Yeah.
Scotty, they play two different positions. Scotty would have locked him up though. Scotty would have locked LeBron up.
The thing, like we act like KD just gave LeBron the business, right? Like just gave him the business. But we forget Bron was averaging 40 for the series.
What I'm saying.
Like Bron wasn't averaging 40.
No, but
like literally, what game one, in which
nobody plays defense. We already established this, bro. Nobody's playing defense, bro.
The infamous rebound that J.R. Smith caught and literally just ran the clock out because he didn't know what the heck was going on, right? Bron had damn near 50.
Yeah, 51, yes, sir.
Just to try to he had to score 50 to try and beat that Golden State team, bro. To try and beat them. That's how loaded that team was, bro. I don't fault Bron for that, man. Everybody had.
I'm not saying none of these things about LeBron. I think he's a hell of a player. I said this many, many times, man. I said I know he's a hell of a player, and he's been destroying this era. But there are some hard stops here. He hasn't been running into hard stops.
Whatever era, because if you're that big, and if he had your mindset and that dog mentality, do you think you would be good as Mike? It ain't nothing wrong. I think I would.
Well, I think so. So now, I can't really answer that. I'm gonna tell you why. Right, like one of the things that propelled Mike over all of his peers is the shame. Right, like you heard KG say it was a fraternity then, and so if I cook you tonight, you're gonna hear from all your peers because we actually gambling too, and so it's not like, oh yeah, you just gave me 30, ha ha ha, you still my dog. We might not speak ever again because of this situation. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta hear my wife talking about this when we go out. Yeah, when we go out, I gotta hear all this stuff everywhere we go. This guy like bragging and talking shit going to court, and so that propels Mike above everyone and the 90s as well because you couldn't be that like, oh yeah, it just happened. We okay with it. Like you had to go out there and play your heart, and that's why people didn't want to smoke with him and drop their head. Nino, that was the answer to your question that you said about Mike in the 90s.
Oh, why they feared him? Why they scared him?
Yeah. It was your peers. It was your peers that would never let you live it out. Like you going out, like, oh yeah, they talking about it. Like they got stories, and that's all they had. So you had to play. I think that's why I think Mike is one of the greatest ones because of that peer pressure that was there. You wasn't allowed to get smoked. You might not get a contract next year. You know what I mean? You might not get a contract. You get cooked next year. So.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is everybody talking about like, well, how great Mike, but nobody want to be like Mike though. You really don't want to be like Mike because you got to have a psychotic, competitive.
Literally.
Yeah. Everybody say they admire him, but nobody would want to beat him. They would want to beat him.
Like Cole though. Cole was the same way. Like he cared about winning. Right? He was a competitor.
Cole said this though. Cole wouldn't go compete over no stupid stuff either. Mike can compete over anything.
Mike will literally he's talking about the game.
I'm just talking about basketball though. I'm just talking about basketball. Yeah, I'm just talking about basketball. I'm talking about everything. Yeah, it's two different sports. Like they're not leaving their teams to go jump on nobody else's team to be the beta to another person's team, man. They're not gonna do nothing like that. So there's no super teams in his era. He had no control over.
He tried to create one, though.
He was massive. He could be the beta. He could be the beta in Miami. That's why they lost the first one. He had to be the top dog.
No, they lost because he was sitting on a baseline. They didn't know how to play with him.
Being the beta.
Yeah, he lost because he didn't take control of the game.
Yeah, because he was trying to be the beta. That's what Dwayne Wade said. What he said, like, bro, take it over. This is your team. Like,
he wasn't balling. He just was not balling, bro. Them lights was too bright for him. He just wasn't balling.
I don't think
we can't say that, man. Because think about this, bro. If you got the bag, you're gonna use it. This the time. This for the chip. This is why you came here for the chip. You came there for the chip. Yeah, man. Same way Ant did, man. Ant talk all that stuff.
I see your point because I thought about Ant when you said that.
I'm like, oh man, come on, bro. Like, where is this guy, man? He didn't even show up. And the first thing he said, y'all wasn't nice either. Oh, y'all had was
Yeah.
oh man, I need to stop, man. But
no,
yeah,
I'm gonna answer Steve's point here. LeBron shied away from every matchup when it matters, bro. There's literally film to debunk that, bro. So go back and watch your film. Go back and watch film. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna argue, but there's plenty of film for you to go back and watch. LeBron literally was checking the best guy in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
There's literally film. There's so much film.
Right. Well, here's the deal. You guys, we can't fault LeBron for not being Mike. Mike don't be Mike. And I just accepted it a long time ago. Even, I was a Mike fan before I was a LeBron fan. And I think that's what a lot of guys don't understand. You just can't be Mike. Mike don't be Mike.
Yeah.
He gonna be that guy. But then I learned to appreciate LeBron more because, he's really the first kind of throwback. Kind of like Larry and Bird now. I kind of put him.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right, but he's just as athletic as Mike. So he's in a different category because he can't do stuff like Mike. Because Mike is 6'6", nearly 2 pounds. That man is 6'9", 270. He can't be he can't be flashy and fancy like Mike and cat quick. You trying to get a Hummer truck to be cat quick, bro. It ain't gonna work like that.
hey, bro, like I never said he was the GOAT. I never said he was the GOAT. He put his name in that situation. He put himself in this conversation. I never said he was the GOAT.
I'm he the GOAT, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, like
he's supposed to believe that while he's playing. After that thing in Golden State, he said, "I believe I'm the GOAT on that one after 72 whatever win." But then he came back to say.
That was some GOAT type stuff he did, though.
Yeah, he came back and rectified that one, though, Gino. But it's okay if you believe you the GOAT while you playing. You gotta have that killer instinct while you playing. You gotta have that.
What you mean? See, this is why, Steve, LeBron would walk through the East and get to the finals and defer that big time matchup.
I said it all the time. Oh my gosh,
what
man!
big time
I've been saying that for the longest, man. Like,
so prior to KD,
is the easiest way to the chip, bro.
Prior to KD,
it's been that way.
What you mean the easy? He was drafted in the East.
Just saying.
That's all he knows is the East.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What we always would see is we'll see a lot of players like they'll start with like at Washington, they be with like the Wizards, and then they go to the East, to the West where the Rec at. It's like you going someplace where, and even though it's the NBA, right? But you know that like the competition ain't really there day in and day out. It's just not there. Everybody knows that. Everybody that play ball know that. Like you going through the East, it's more of like a point guard style freaking teams. There's a lot of guards there. It's all heavy guard play.
But I'm trying to figure out how is that his fault though? It's not like he like okay, he went to Miami.
No.
Right?
I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's his obligation if he want to put himself in the GOAT talk is that you go to where the Rec is. If it's over the West has always been the hardest to get to. I mean, it was always harder to get to the chip in the West. You can still see it to this day. I mean, like,
I
mean, the East been weak
think
for
about
like
it.
decades, though. G, like even
the
in
East
Jordan
this year, man. Think about the
even
East
in
this
Jordan
year.
era. His
about the
problem
East
was
this year.
always in the Western Conference, not the Eastern.
But we see him over in the West, and the only chip he got is a bubble chip. But I'm gonna circle back to the East. I'm gonna circle back to the East. And if you look at Boston's route to the finals, man, they had the easiest route. It was a layup.
You talking about KG and Paul Pierce? I'm just trying.
No. I'm talking about freaking Tatum and
Tatum.
Okay.
Go
yes.
ahead.
With all the injuries, right? There's a lot of yes.
Oh, that was probably the easiest chip
East
I've
has
ever
always
seen.
been open like that, man.
That's
like
probably gonna be the easiest chip I've ever seen.
I couldn't tell you when was the most competitive year in the East. I can't tell you. Could not tell you.
So when we go back and we look at when LeBron had his second stint in Cleveland, because that's the biggest part of LeBron's career. Well, I think it would have went a different direction if KD didn't go to Golden State. And this is why I say this. Bron in his first season, he went to the finals to face Golden State. I think this was 2014 or 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? 2014, 2015, he gets to the finals to finally match up against Golden State. Kevin Love gets hurt. Kyrie gets hurt. He literally takes Golden State to 6 games by himself. Solo, right? Solo. He's like, okay, rematch. Let's let my team be healthy. Your team's going to be healthy. Let's do a rematch. Next season, 2015, which I believe is the year. We went. You're down. You're down us 3-1. You're down. We down 3-1. We storm all the way back. I got to average 40 points a game to now beat the 73-19. We were talking about this team historically, like they were going to be they're better than the Bulls. I'm talking about the storylines that Golden State had that season were off the charts. They were off the charts. Nobody's ever seen 170 wins, let alone somebody break Chicago Bulls record of 72-10 to get 73-9. We hawked that team down from 3-1. Beat them in 7 games. I finally get over that hump. All right, that's my 3rd championship, right? You go and get an MVP. So not only did Steph Curry relinquish his right as being the man, he told another player to come over and take over his team. Because at the end of the day, who got the Finals MVP? It was Kevin Durant. They looked at Kevin Durant to close that game.
Yo,
Kevin Durant to win that game.
They didn't do nothing but the same shit.
What does LeBron have to do about that? Like that's
LeBron been doing the same shit his whole career at that point, and so they got a little bit of payback. That's the only thing Brown was doing. Look at Brown when he played with Kevin Love. He had Kevin Love, a 30-20 player.
See, but there's the difference, G, though.
There's a difference.
LeBron
How?
as the alpha in doing it. And you also got to realize this man went to the finals, bro, 8 straight years.
8.
That team, 1 year. Dr. J noticed that to say, you gotta, there's something about that, man. I mean, Mike took a couple of years off, and I'm about the biggest Bulls fan there is because my homeboy Scotty played for him. But
I'm just saying, Bill Russell got 11 wins, and nobody got him in the debate.
One man.
I
give it to him.
But go ahead, G.
I look at Bill Russell, man. He got hella championships. Like nobody looking at him saying, "Oh, because you did this, that you."
But that's because, like I said, it's why I have to break it down in eras. I have to break it down in eras because now we're gonna talk. We talk about championships all the time. You got to win.
No. I skipped and talked about Bill Russell only because of the point that was being made. Like, oh, this guy went to 8 straight finals, right? Like, I'm like, all right, that's cool, bro, but like, did he win 8 straight finals? Like, what is? I understand he's a great player. I never said he wasn't a great player, but goodness gracious, bro, like.
But it's tough when at that point, like when before KD went to Golden State, LeBron literally could have been even Steven, 3-3. Yeah. He could have literally went 4-3, 5-3 because now you got to run it back. That was LeBron's goal. Like, okay, run it back. We finally got the pinnacle of what this can be a very, very great competitive finals if we make it back every single year. Golden State makes it back. Cleveland makes it back. But y'all had to go and mess that all up. Y'all, not only were y'all 73-9, people, y'all were 73-9. Bro, went to go get Kevin freaking Durant. That's what I find as like I take that as a blemish.
Man, he went and got Dwayne Wade, bro.
He went to and joined Dwayne Wade on a team that was bad.
Oh, bro. He didn't go get him.
Was bad.
Yeah, that team wasn't bad.
That team was bad.
That team wasn't bad. What team are we talking about? The Cavaliers?
Miami Heat
or the Cavaliers?
No, Miami Heat. By the time he went to Miami, they wasn't that good, bro.
Yo, they just won. They just won a chip. They just won a chip.
In 2006, bro. He got there in 2010. 2011. Okay. My bad. 2011. That's 5 years.
And Dwayne Wade and D Wade's health wasn't.
He was in a bad situation. Why didn't he stay?
Come on now.
You know what? I love that we turned the whole post about the legends of AntMan into another LeBron conversation.
Oh man, hold on, man. Let me clean this up, man. Honestly, man, because you know what I mean. My GOAT is Michael Jordan, man, and I can't fault him, man. I can't fault him, man, for using his platform and using whatever antics that he used and jumping teams to be more successful at the game of basketball. I'm not against him for doing that, That's it. That's his power. I'm sure they didn't have that before, right? Before he came into the league. No, we never seen another player with that much GM power, right?
Yeah.
To the point where he can, design and pick teams. The only way I fell out with him was when Kevin Love, to me, was a really, really good player. He was a 20-30 player or 30-20 player, right? 30 points, 20 rebound player, right? He was pretty good, man. Like it was. And then I seen them play together, and it was like, yo, like, why isn't he still the same player that he was playing? And of course, Kyrie and what they was doing, and I don't know, man. Like I don't have a problem with LeBron, but I don't think he's as skilled as everybody say he is. I don't believe that,
skilled. No.
Yeah, I don't think he have like that
Like
killer
one of the
instinct
greatest
like
at
he
one or
say
two
he is.
moves. Yes.
Like he has to be mad before he really play hard and shit like that. Like I'm just used to a certain era, and that era was kill or be killed, and that doesn't exist. It doesn't. Like we seen a D3 walk on from France dunk on the goat, dunk on your goat, like bang on him, get a $2 million contract right after, man. Like
what do you want the man to do?
he tried to take the charge, and I'm like, I'm watching this, I'm watching with my mom and my kids, you know what I mean? We all sitting around watching the game, and before you know it, it's like, wow, on the world stage, we see LeBron get dunked on. And then right then and there, like everybody stopped putting them in their top 5 GOAT debate. Like,
Gino,
yeah.
now, what did you say? You said they got a poster at the embassy.
Hey, in the embassy, they got a poster. LeBron get dunked on, looking up like,
man, it was bad, bro.
Like,
it was
damn, I
bad,
made the wrong
man.
decision
It was
today.
bad, bro. It was bad.
Like,
And I
you
said it.
sure
I'm
my
like,
feet
man.
wasn't set? You sure my feet wasn't set? Damn, my feet wasn't
I'm
set.
sure. I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be the last season that we see LeBron in the uniform. I think it's gonna be his
I think he
farewell.
got 2 more years.
No. When you get dunked on like that, that's pretty much it for you. Like,
Man, Bron don't care about that. G. Bron waiting on Bronny at this point. I mean, not Bronny. He waiting on Bryce at this point.
Yeah, he ain't too worried. But he came back and scored on Wemby. I'm just saying, he took the challenge, got back up. The one thing I give LeBron credit, he
get back up and scored. Yo, the dude pissed on him and then looked over top of him like, yeah.
But the thing is, you want to
yeah.
how
Normally
LeBron
when
got
shit like that happen, you hear something go.
But Bron got him back.
You out.
Bron got him back. You know how? Because when it came to that final stand at the end of the Olympics, LeBron stood there at the top of the podium, looked over there to him like,
"Thank you, Steph."
Ah!
Yeah, I'm just messing around, man. Thank you, Steph.
Steph saying thank you for getting me this far.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I had to warm up, man. I was in the back, man. I was shooting all the shots I could, but I couldn't warm up until game 2.
Yeah, man. Definitely entertaining, man.
But no, man. To me, I forgot what point I was going to make, but
AntMan.
Yeah, so back on AntMan, guys. We took that topic. I promise we can go all day when anything Bron Jordan, this can get out of hand very, very fast. As you notice, we spent about 30 minutes on Bron alone.
You know what? But I can see where AntMan would probably think that, because those probably the 2 main guys that he hear about and see all the time.
True. They in every debate. Yeah.
And I think we have to kind of like, okay, talk about Bruce's boy and mine, Mitch Richmond. Man, I don't know if you've seen some of those old Sacramento, and when he played for Golden State, he was a bad boy. He can give you about 20, 25. He can play defense. Joe Dumars. We had some men back then.
Yeah.
And they were tough. And I wish AntMan played against them.
And you got to think, and that was an era in when the game was built off of the inside-out game. It wasn't 3-point line. You know what I mean? Nah. The guards didn't get the ball and dribble, Euro step, dribble, pass, and then you get an assist. No, it was movement. Big got the ball, post down low. So, yeah, to your point, go ahead.
So he really didn't understand. Now, it's not that these guys wasn't as skilled. The skill level were different. So now these kids don't know how to do it. A simple post entry pass to get it into a big to get a high percentage shot. They're going to steady knock up threes and say that's skill. They work on one-on-one skills, quote-unquote, the bag, instead of learning how to do team ball. So that's where it kind of... So his viewpoint is from what he sees. Now, he's not going to go on YouTube or go to the old NBA channel and watch some of those highlights on those guys, and he'd really see that they skill, like Grant Hill. The way Grant Hill kind of had that little dribble move, and he can get on either hand. Grant Hill was like LeBron before LeBron to me, because of his size at 6'8".
Yeah,
and he can use either hand. And then he had a mid-range game. So those guys will put and boy, they'll take his candy, and then they'll be physical. And then my homeboys, Moncrief. I don't know if you know about Moncrief and Alvin Robinson. There were some dogs on guards, and Mike had to play them.
Yeah.
So, that man needs to probably, I think this would be good for him now. If he can recover from this and learn his lesson, I think it'll work out for him.
No, that's true. I mean, and think about it. He has to win. He goes up there and win. No love lost.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's no love lost. They're gonna be like, I mean, he goes up there and win. He made it to the finals again. I mean, if he makes it to the finals, like, okay. If he wins the finals, then your heads will be like, okay. He probably didn't need to learn from us then.
Anything else before we let you go?
No, that'll be it, Gino. I'm glad to have this moment again with you, G.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure, bro.
We gonna handle you guys out.
Big pleasure, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
Love you guys. See you.
Love you too, man. Be safe.
All right. Bye.
Boy, that was one heck of a conversation. I tell you, we take all it takes, man. We take all your takes. We break them in, we dilute them, and we go from there, guys, man. Definitely appreciate the call-ins. With that, man,
anybody else calling in? Yeah, anybody else calling in?
I want to say that's it. Hopefully that's it.
That's it. All right, let's wrap it up, bro.
It got real.
Yeah, that was a good show,
guys,
man.
So the last segment is for your comments and questions. I know G, he has to get up out of here. So I'm gonna stick around for just another 5-10 minutes, guys. If you guys got any questions, comments that you guys want to bring up and want to call in after this topic right here, feel free to call in. But other than that, G, you be safe.
Sir.
Good debate tonight, man.
Yeah, man. It's all good, man.
But hopefully you learned something about LeBron and his greatness.
Oh yeah, I did. That was great. Nino about to call in, man. I gotta stick around. Told Nino, I know.
Whoa, but hey,
Nino,
you gonna stick around for Nino?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around.
Okay, Nino, man. The number. First of all, Nino, you should have his number saved by now. Let's be honest with you. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Please let me protect you, bro. Don't come in here with that LeBron nonsense. Okay, I'm trying to protect you.
It's about the legends of AntMan.
Please let it be the.
Is it? You know what? We open it up for comments, so it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. You can call anybody anything. I got him. Hold on. Thank you for calling the Format Podcast. This is the Transformer. What's going on, brother?
Man, this Nino, man. What it is?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Nino?
I got one question. I want to take up for Ant a little bit. I want to see. I think I know what he was trying to say. We all say that LeBron James ain't that skilled, right?
Okay.
Is that what we say? Because he don't have a bag.
I agree. He's not that skilled. Now I like LeBron.
I think he can score.
How can we disagree with Anthony Edwards? Because we say LeBron is not that skilled because he don't have a one-on-one bag. When everybody back in the old days in the 90s kind of played like Bron just because they had to. Now I'm not, because I know y'all know basketball, y'all know the rod streaks and the pennies. But they had to play a certain way. We couldn't even see their bag. The only bag we seen was MJ, to where you see, okay, I ask y'all this. If we didn't see MJ and
Reggie Miller had a bag.
If we hadn't seen MJ, and we just miraculously seen Kobe just got the MJ, he still had the MJ blueprint some type of way. But we haven't seen MJ yet. We just seen Kobe. Do you think Kobe will be the GOAT? We'll be saying the same thing about MJ? Like, damn, we never seen nothing like this.
Nah, because they was a carbon copy. And I think we seen players that play like LeBron. We just never seen people with like high volume, empty calorie scoring as much as.
Whoa, what? Empty calorie scoring.
I think the clutch gene is what he's missed. He's trying to achieve. Like you mentioned, two players that had like the clutch gene, right? Kobe and MJ. I don't consider LeBron a clutch player. I don't.
But he has the most clutch shots ever scored.
Says who?
The stat.
Who writes these stats?
The people that look at the last 5 seconds to buzzer
I didn't
beat.
see that. That's not what I saw.
What?
I didn't. I promise you.
What
I promise you, bro.
Hey, numbers don't lie, bro. But
I
sometimes
got Mike. I still got Mike as one of
Glance at
the highest clutch players in the league, man. Like, if he was such a clutch player, he had more rings.
That's not the problem.
So I think that's what they call. I think that's what we looking at. Like, you gotta play like MJ. I don't know if MJ. I seen MJ pass the ball plenty times in the clutch, and I seen him shoot. I didn't see MJ shoot over 2 or 3 players as much as Kobe. Kobe wasn't passing it.
Yeah, you get a ball to Kobe. Good luck. Get the rebound. Kobe's not passing that ball, bro.
Little passing to the corner. LeBron ain't cut. Everybody know LeBron not clutch, man. Like, I don't know why we trying to make him into a clutch player. You know what I mean? Like he's not.
But to respond to that,
he's not a clutch player, bro.
Oh, making the right play.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that. Make the right play.
But I think Bron gets a bad rap. He gets a bad rap, right? Because everybody expected him to be
just not in that food chain, bro.
No.
He's not in that food chain, bro.
Hear me out. Shooting guards, their designation as a shooting guard, what is your job?
Okay, now you preaching.
What is your job as a shooting guard? What is your job? It's in the title, right? You don't have to be
it's a shoot. Yeah.
Shoot, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bron's not a shooting guard. He's never been a shooting guard.
Bron's not a shooter. Let's say that.
Let me finish. In high school, what did he do to win those games? He passed, drove the ball. That's it. That's literally all he did. Pass, drove the ball. He was a pass-first guy, but he knew how to attack the paint, get the dunks, get the layups.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think if LeBron went to college, he would be a GOAT?
If he went to college, I think he would have learned more offensively, some more offensive tools.
So, yeah.
To go in his belt. I think he would have.
He had that meltdown against Dallas because he went to that zone, and I'm pretty sure he never seen that zone before. I don't know if they were supposed to seen that zone before. But when they went to that zone against Dallas, that's when the whole thing changed. Bro, like, damn.
Yeah, I think he's like the best custodial player we've ever seen. But when it comes to like the clutch shots, like that's a whole different.
That's never been his. That was never his thing.
I'm showing you the pieces on the chessboard.
Yeah,
right? He's not in that food chain with the Kyries or the Steph.
That's
or
their
the
job.
Dwayne Wade or the or the Mike. He's not. I understand it. I get what you're saying. Like I said, we've never seen anybody like normally.
Tell it to MJ and Kobe. They're shooting guards.
Yeah. So when I think of like his style of play, I look at the Scottie Pittmans, right, who was really good at defense. The Draymond Greens, like really good at facilitating. Who else? Somebody else. Let me think of somebody else. I want to say Kawhi Leonard, but Kawhi Leonard in a case of his own, man. Like, but those small forwards who can also dribble, and bring the ball up the court, like a Magic almost, but not as good as Magic when it comes to passing. And then he just,
that's LeBron. LeBron should only be compared to, if he's compared to any great, it's Magic.
Yeah,
it's Magic. That's the one. That's the one you compare him to because everybody looks at LeBron to be this clutch guy, even though he has the clutch stats. Go look it up, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and look it up. Do your research, right? If you want to look at the clutch stats, LeBron has never been a shooter. His job is not a shooting guard.
They used to call him LeBrick. Forward. They used to call him LeBrick. In the fourth quarter, they used to call him LeBrick.
How many clutch shots does Chris Paul have? Steve Nash, John Stockton, Magic
Good
Johnson.
gosh.
How many just like clutch shots? You're looking at them to make the clutch shot at the end of the game. The shot.
We talking
Magic
mid range.
Johnson,
Chris Paul
Gary
crazy with
Payton,
mid range.
Isaiah Thomas. How many?
1 to 5, yeah.
So like
It's a
they're not
custodial
known
player.
for that, right?
Yeah,
That's
he's a custodial player.
LeBron's biggest attribute.
Mhm.
I'm that big. I'm a pass first type of guy who has the ability to go and drop the paint and get a bucket. I am not a shooter. So everybody expects him to be Jordan and Kobe. Kobe and Jordan are the shooters. They shoot the ball. That's their job. They shoot the ball. They can shoot it well. They can shoot it from 3. They can turn around, post fade, shoot. They can shoot from any spot of the floor. That's never been Bron's game.
That's why
I
he's
say
not in the GOAT
skilled.
debate.
Bron is not a skilled player because he has one type of game. I can pass or I can drive. Later on in his career, like now, I can shoot. I can shoot the ball now, but he's not a shooter. You know what I mean?
So Transformer, would that make Anthony Edwards' statement true?
No,
not even close, bro.
not even close. Like none of that makes it true. No,
Not even
not even.
Not even close.
Back in the day, the Sinners, they had one job.
Yeah.
Get down there in the post, make a post move. One job. Now, they didn't do all that dribbling and shit. I'm not saying they couldn't, but they didn't. Power forward. They job mostly what the 5 people. Besides Karl Malone, you know. Small forward. I don't even know what their job was. Shooting guard was the one to run around in the post, run around the screens, shoot the ball. Point guard, your job, you had one job. Set up the offense. Nobody expected you. Okay, you could be able to. You had the pass, but you could knock a shot down. But you could play point guard even if you couldn't shoot. So how is Anthony Edwards when players today have to offensively now? Because I know y'all bring defense into it, but offensively, a point guard now got to be able to score. You can't just be able to sit out there and pass and sit at 3-point line, can't shoot. You need to be able to. If you can't shoot like Rudy Gobert, he can't score. But in the playoffs, they go looking at him like
Rudy can't score nowhere.
Coach, we need a coach. They go looking. He played good D, but hey, coach. He played just like some old Simmons back in the day. They used to getting shot. They go look, coach. We can't do nothing with him. I heard. So I think we about making Anthony Edwards. If Bron's not skilled, listen what they thinking. They saying Bron ain't skilled. But Kobe's skilled because he can do so much. But Bron not skilled. So back in the day, they had one job to do. I think that's what Anthony Edwards is looking at.
Yeah.
Like, we bigger, faster, we got to do more offensively. And then, let me tell you about the defense. Everybody's talking about this hand check. I don't think hand check stops as much as people think it do. And if they bring hand checking back, they got to bring illegal defense back. Where no more sagging off. You can't sag off a man that can't shoot and stand in the paint. You got to be within a certain distance of your man. So if they bring hand checking back, they got to bring illegal defense back. And people still going to get cooked. My opinion, huh?
Okay. I like that. Any pushback? G?
No. I think look at the game. I see what Anthony Edwards was trying to get at, but then I look at like putting him in those positions that Mike was in, and him having to play against those guys time and time and again. And I don't have him getting the best of them. I just don't. And so to say that like, oh yeah, he was, there was a bunch of role players playing is like that's asinine. That's an asinine statement. And it was more positions players. Like everybody had a position.
Everybody had a role.
But the way the game went, man, like these guys allow you to be who you are now by paving the way before you. And it wasn't an easy road to that chip for them. Yeah, it wasn't an easy road to that chip for them. And so to say that is like, yeah, that's blatant disrespect. And it was, I think he was doing it just to troll or see like, like what type of traction he can get, man. But them old heads slapped him up beside his head, told him to sit his ass down.
Oh, stop when he walked in that locker room, I'm pretty sure like, yo, what the hell are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, all the feedback he got was essentially, the old head just slapping him in the back of his head, like, go sit your little young ass down. You don't know what you're talking about,
bro.
But I mean, it's good, right? Because we're not even in football right here, and we're still talking about basketball, man. So I love it.
Yeah, they need it. Yeah, they need it.
Yeah,
I agree.
It.
I asked the question oh man, I wanted to know what y'all thought about this. I was gonna ask,
okay,
how much do the spread offense? What I call the spread offense is
4 out.
The 4 out.
Yeah.
Have given the offensive advantage. I want to think about this for y'all say it's just effort. Teams today don't play a 4-6 defense against the spread offensive football. When they bring 5 receivers out there in football, 4 receivers.
Oh man, you talking about football? Jesus Christ! Start over. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm thinking basketball.
Spread offense.
I'm thinking 4 wide.
Spread offense versus 4-6 defense.
4 wide. You talking about 4 right?
Yeah.
The power forward and sometimes the center move away from the paint.
Yeah. So that's 5 wide.
How much is that contributing to it seems like a lack of defense? And if the coaches just haven't caught up with a strategy yet. Like I was comparing it to football where the spread offense, teams getting a dime, they get a nickel, and then they have to zone coverage, they have to disguise it. They don't come back out in the 4-3 if you spread out the offense. I'm thinking it's the same thing going on with basketball, and the coaches just haven't really caught up with a strategy yet. Because we can say the power forward can't just stay in the lane, and that's what opening the lane up. So it just looked like defense ain't being played. They trying, and along with the rules, they trying to play deep, but she's so spread it. I want to know what y'all thought about that.
That's a good one.
You want to go first, or you?
So to me, five wide, right? And I play 2K a lot. When you run 5 wide, you have to have everybody be able to be a shooter. Everybody, right? To have everybody be able to be a shooter, everybody on your court is probably 6'8" or under. So you're running small ball offense, right? It's not a lot of 5 wide when you have a 7-footer, because at that point, your 7-footer is obsolete because he's in a corner. Why is he in a corner? It need to be a box and one then. At that point, like, you have to have your like a 7-footer in the post at some point in time. But if you're gonna run 5 wide, your guy in the NBA standpoint, not 2K for all my listeners, they have to be able to move and shoot the 3. So today's NBA and the way they defensively set up, it's hard to guard all 5 positions if you have a defensive setup, because your 5 is probably not used to going out there to the 3-point line and playing defense. Your 5 is probably a 6'10", 7-foot guy, and he's like, I got to go out here to perimeter and play defense. I'm not known for doing that. You know what I mean? So I think that becomes a lot harder. So I think the game is trying to adapt to that. Yes, that's going to make it for more inflation, especially on the interior, because now you got no big guy in the paint. So anybody can drive the ball once you get past one defender. You can't run a double team because everybody's on the outside. So
they can shoot.
They can shoot. So it's like if you swing, because we see a lot of that these days where somebody will go for a random steal. They try to shoot the lane. They miss that lane. The ball gets passed. Somebody's open in the corner. It's literally the same offense over and over and over because you tried to gamble and shoot the gap. If we look at it in the Olympics, we did that a lot against Serbia. We were just trying to shoot gaps all night, shoot gaps, and try to trap for the steal. All Serbia did was like, okay, they don't know 5 wide like that. So cool, pass, outside shot. Somebody's open. That's why they shot so many threes and they was able to rain so much. You know what I mean? If you go back and look at that game. So I think that's the biggest problem. Like the defensive standpoint, I don't think we found the defenders to be able to defend against that. You know what I mean? What's your take, G?
What defenders is going to take, though? What is the solution?
Some type of hybrid.
I don't think
It's
everybody's
so
been
predicated.
successful with that offense, though. Everyone hasn't been successful with that offense. I think we saying Steve Kerr. They was pretty Golden State. I mean, if you look at the last 10 years, Golden State been extremely um, successful because they had the personnel to be able to knock those shots down, right?
Yeah.
I think if as a coach you would let them live by that three, right?
Yeah.
But you rack up the boards and slow the tempo down.
Slow the pace down. Yeah.
Yeah, slow the pace down. Play hard. Play hard basketball, of course. Hustle. Keep your hand in the face. I think, yeah, like the game sped up. It's not a lot of defense and not a lot of blocks because people taking a lot more three shots, but the percentage is down. Like we saw in the Celtics series, right? Like when they shot horrible, they lost horrible, right?
When
you shoot horrible, you lose big with that offense. And so I don't think it's going. You're not going every 7-game in a 7-game series. You're not going to show up and be hot and shoot as many threes and knock down all your threes like that. And so it's a gamble. I mean, it's one offensive play that you can run or set that you can run, but you still have to mix it up with other things, or you're gonna shoot yourself out of the game every time.
True.
My 2 cents.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You got anything else for us?
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know y'all thoughts on that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Man, you're welcome us all the time, G. Man, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like and share, and keep the vibe going, man. We always a great vibe, no matter if it's just me and G or Bruce with us, man. We always try to keep this vibe going on the Format Podcast, brother.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll holler at y'all.
All right, dog.
Sir. All right, man. That turned up when we got to that Legends of AntMan, man.
I know it was.
I mean, everybody was legit waiting just to call in at that one point in time. Everybody was legit waiting, bro.
Yeah.
They finally got that opportunity to call in. So at that point, I mean, we've been here for about 2.5 hours, guys. We took it off. If you guys got any last minute calls, go ahead and call in. Chat slowing down a little bit, so we're not seeing a lot of comments and questions about it. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up, guys, man.
Let's call it.
Yes, sir. G, you got any last minute comments? You think has Bron elevated in your GOAT debate?
Hey man, thank y'all for supporting the channel, man. Like, subscribe, and today it was all LeBron fans and all LeBron callers. We're gonna try to mix it up a little bit, right?
No, Gino, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Why? Yeah. Because when it's you, Bruce, and Dom against just me, that's how I feel.
That's what's going on here. Okay, all right.
See how we do. Yeah, you know what I mean? Bruce called out Slick. Tag team.
Bruce called out Slick.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, now B gets this opportunity to be like, okay, his voice can be heard to support LeBron's case. Yeah. But again, I don't support GOAT case. I don't do GOAT debates. You know what I mean? To me, foregone conclusion. I base it off era. So if anybody want to ask me who my GOAT is, I'm gonna ask you what time frame you're talking about. Keep it simple.
That's safe.
Safe. I bow out respectfully, bro.
Yeah, that's good though, because some people, man, boy, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I seen one dude. I was looking. I'm like, damn, he got shot because he wasn't a LeBron fan. I'm like, man,
whoa, what for real?
Oh man, it's heated, man. Like,
you serious though?
Democrat, Republican sometimes, man. Like,
that's nuts.
Yeah, they're like Trump supporters sometimes. Like,
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Somebody got shot because they was in a Jordan LeBron debate.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, unfortunately, crazy. Man, right. We won't condone violence on this channel.
Absolutely,
no way, no shape, no form, man. And everybody be good, man. Peace.
No, absolutely, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Next time we're on the channel. Saturday, I'm gonna check in with Bruce. I know I saw that question pop up earlier, whether we're gonna do a podcast because I think Notre Dame is playing the night game, or is that next week?
No, it's Saturday.
This Saturday?
We ain't surely sure. It's a holiday weekend too, so
true. So we're not 100% sure. We're gonna go back in the blueprint room, and figure out what we're gonna do. But other than that, stay tuned. If you subscribe, then you're gonna know when the notification bell pops up. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. G,
Peace.
Appreciate you, brother.
You too, bro.
Y'all be safe out there.